All right, welcome in, builders. I am pretty excited. We have Rise from Ruin, the new DLC for Age of Wonders 4 out today. As always, man, I wish these would not release on Mondays or early in the week. Makes me very nervous when we're going into a campaign that has not had any playtesting, but here we are, so we'll make do with what we got. Hey, Andrew, how's it going, man? So, Rise from Ruin, the big thing that we have here, I think the easiest way to show this off, I come in here, let me show off the faction I was working on. We'll just do edit. Yes, that's fine. Is Nomads. Nomads are very interesting. So, the first thing is we have mobile cities, so we can pack up and move our cities. One of our main mechanics is going to be we over-harvest. Essentially, the special terrain features, we can like use them up and we'll just leave kind of like a ruined husk behind. So we're gonna want to be picking up our city and moving it around. There are two varieties. There's the Conquerors and the Scavengers. The Scavengers work on picking up loot from dead units in combat and seem really cool. And the Conquerors, which are as the name implies, very aggressive. So annex, pillage enemy provinces to gain draft production gold through aggressive expansion. So between being able to move our cities and that, we're going to be playing a really aggressive game here. Pillaging provides food. One of the downsides to Nomads is our cities actually use a bunch more food to grow. So we're going to be growing relatively slowly naturally. So we're going to supplement that by harvesting other people's hard work. So there you go. As you can see here, we are kind of like red army ant looking insectoids. I'm a little bit torn on the traits to take here. Like I said, this is not play tested, so this is just Babble's guts telling him what to go with. I wish I had time to play test it, but we're gonna go desert adaptation. And the reason being, we're gonna take all three of the new tomes, and one of which has a bunch of desert sand bonuses. In addition to that, it's nice if we're just gonna leave kind of crappy land behind us, kind of like we're just eating everything as we go. I did stick with the Ceaseless Cacophony. This gives people a chance to fumble against us. That's gonna build into something we're gonna do later. And then athletics, I feel, is really important. Another one of our mechanics is we want to move at least 3 hexes, and we get a bonus to damage, just like you do normally on charge units. We just get that on like everybody. It's not only damage, but I believe it's also support abilities too. That left me with 1 point left over, so I picked up Hardy. I don't know. You could definitely persuade me that taking some harder to hit from range or some bonuses against retaliations might be good. We're kind of a pretty melee focused army from what I've seen. So I don't know. This is just what my gut told me we should go with. Sticking with the Conquerors here, that gets us 2 Chaos Affinity. And then here I'm a little bit torn. I kind of wanted to do Merciless Slavers. Their routing unit thing is complete garbage in my opinion. I don't know. I've never had that and been like, oh, this is so good. I'm glad I have this. The bonus here though, raising cities give +1 population to your cities for every 3 population in the city that's raised. That's the same as a high level chaos perk on the Empire tree though. I feel like we could just get that later on, especially because we're gonna end up with a bajillion chaos. So instead, I went with Ritual Cannibals. Not that I particularly see us as like cannibalistic out to hunt people down, but more like just 100% utilitarian insects. It's a dead body. Dead bodies are meat, so we're gonna eat it. That's kind of how I feel on that one. So we get Corpse Eater ability. This is gonna play in really nicely to us being hyper aggressive. We can eat a body for 15 temporary hit points, and it's a free action. This is really powerful. This and Herbivore both are just really good. Does give us some negative alignment, but everyone's gonna hate us anyways because we're gonna be super aggressive. And the nearest city that we own gets 3 mana, 3 food per tier of non-magic origin unit that we kill or is lost after successful combat. So I believe that is us losing things and enemy losing things. So we just eat everybody. We're not picky eaters here. Meat is meat. Our second one, again, I was really torn. I decided that we're gonna go Fabled Hunters. Not that we're actually particularly focused on range. We do have an okay range unit, but more along the lines of we gain 75% resources from clearing an infestation. We, as high chaos, will get an ability to spawn infestations. So I think that's going to be pretty good. The main pick here, though, in addition to just the extra resources, because we're going to be really slow on growing our city, is the regeneration. Units regenerate 5 extra hit points. We need that because we're going to be, like I said, hyper aggressive, and having to sit for 5 turns and heal, not what we really want to do. Another version, I think you could take this pretty easily, would be Scions of Evil. Because we're going to rush and try to raise a city, we could get to pretty high negative alignment really quickly. The extra draft plays in really well with what we want to do, and the extra Imperium is just really nice. And then units costing less gold in draft could be pretty good. I think this would be pretty cool too. I think we're going to try this. We're just hungry ants. We're just really hungry ants. We want to get out there and we want to eat things. So that's kind of the plan there. For our tomes, we're going to start with Tome of the Warband. This is one of the new ones. So this is going to be Chaos and Materium. The main things coming out of this, I would say, mentorship. They changed how experience works in the free patch. So allowing us to catch units up on XP will be kind of nice. That's whatever. Lieutenant's a really interesting unit. It's an okay fighter unit, but it has an ability called Discern Weakness. Target enemy unit and all enemy units of that type gain 2 Sunder defense, 2 Sunder resistance for 3 turns. So if the enemy fields 10 spearmen, every single spearman will get debuffed. So I feel like this could be a pretty interesting debuff thing. I don't know if it's gonna hold. It also gives us a little bit of an AoE heal and some morale. It gives us a big draft spell, so hopefully we can use that to rush draft and get units out to attack. And then Bred for War is just a nice little transformation for a tier 1 tome. 10 extra HP, and we gain some extra morale resistance. That's fine. It's not crazy, but it's fine. So we're going to try that. That gives us a little bit of Materium and spreads us out a little bit. So diversify what we can get there. For our leader, I'm going to go Wizard King. And the main thought on that is we're going to really struggle to get Misfortune, and Misfortune's going to work really well for our build. So I think we can make an orb that we can spread Misfortune around pretty decently if we can get some materials. In addition, the extra world casting points, I'm going to do the desert spell a whole bunch. It's a tier 2 tome. It does target province and adjacent provinces turn into desert. So we're just going to go super high on that. Plus having like a caster, like an ant queen is kind of cool and just on theme here.
Reveal yourself.
So we're kind of like red ant looking things. This is the queen. We ride giant scorpions. We've subjugated the lesser creatures, and we're gonna ride those around. Unfortunately, I don't have a really cool orb that worked, so I just went with poison orb. We're gonna do a little bit of poisony stuff with one of the tomes, so I figured it's vaguely on brand. Just really simple. We're just hungry insects that rule the desert. I did take Conquer as our ambition. Again, we're going to be super aggressive, so I figure victory or death. That seems to be a theme on the channel lately. So this is the Queen of the Desert, Azaraga, Red Sand. She leads the Red Sand Raiders, and our city is the first hive. So my plan is to try to city spam really fast, and then we're going to go surround somebody and eat them. That's literally the plan. That's the plan. Okay, let me catch up on chat here, and then I will hop us in. Bunch of chat here. Ant noises, says Eric. Yeah, well, ants indeed. I have a horrible problem where I live with ants. The type of ants we have here, they've all like signed non-aggression pacts with each other, so none of the ant hives compete. So you just get these mega hives. So around my house, they just completely surround me. I've got areas of my yard that it's like oil bubbling up with the amount of ants that are out there. It's ridiculous. We taking the Wasteland Survival on our Bless today? Yes, actually. We are starting. Oh, I didn't show. We also have Desert Adaptation. So we will be starting in the desert. So yes, Andrew, we are. Droog, thank you very much for the gifted membership. Congratulations to Kaz3 Shinny. Hope you enjoyed that. Give a thank you to Droog there. Wait, so we're Bug Dune people? We're taking the Wasteland Survival? We are. I mean, I really try. The odds were in your favor. They were in his favor. Make sure, Eric, make sure you have your accept gifted memberships turned on. Bruh argued with me for a year that setting didn't exist, and the day he finally found the setting, he literally got the first gifted sub. So, if you have not turned that on, you need to find that setting. I believe Shinosuke posted on the Discord how to do that, if you need to figure out how to check. No, I don't believe you can, Andrew. Unfortunately, I think it's always random. It's like a weighted random towards people who have been around the channel. Take that for whatever you will, because I don't know the exact mechanics either. Hey, Locksmith, welcome on in. I always have to think about your name because I want to say Law, and then I'm like, why is there a K there? I remember it coming up. Have I tried Minas since the new update? No, I have not. I have not had time to go revisit Minas yet. I'm glad to see it ticking over, though. That's a powerful debuff. Yes, indeed. The extra HP is nothing to sneeze at. Yeah. I'm hoping that with the amount of temporary HP, the amount of healing, we're just gonna HP sponge things, and hopefully we'll survive our combat. Another big change they had in this update, they made it so that your units never max level. You can keep leveling, and it adds extra HP. So it's not like stellar, but for me, who likes to keep my units around, I don't like disbanding units, especially if they're like, it's been my swordsman since turn 1. At least they can just be a big bag of HP for me, I guess. Hungry little ants, yep. We're Bug Freeman. Let the formic acid flow, yes. Eric better be subbed to the channel. That's all I have to say about that. I've been in several streams with 10 people and it had the setting on and still got it. Some of them just unlucky. Sometimes also remember the current viewer thing is not very accurate. It ebbs and flows weirdly. So what you see is not necessarily what's actually true. Okay, let us, can I get out of this easily?
Reveal yourself.
No, I can't. Okay, we'll hit escape a bunch of times. I'll channel my inner dominions and we will start a new game.
Choose your destination.
Of course, the new DLC added new realms and whatnot. I'm not prepared to actually play in one of those, so we're gonna kind of do what I always do. And we're gonna do just a custom realm. I don't think we're gonna make it particularly bigger or anything. We'll just leave it at basically default. So medium settings, a 5-player map. What do we want here? So we were playing on, what are you? Continents. Yeah. Okay, how about a barren Pangea? We've never done that one before. A single massive landmass surrounded by uninhabitable deserts. That sounds on theme. So I don't believe those deserts are going to be useful for us. Yeah, we'll do that. No seas. Ants are not known for their naval capacity. Climate stuff. Again, I don't think we're going to do anything crazy. What's a scorched? Desolate provinces are common. Inhabitants. Again, I'm not like super in this. Maybe megafauna could be interesting. A bunch of animals are common. Marauder animal units getting empowered beasts. That's kind of scary. Animals are common. Animal infestations are common. Constructed ancient wonders are ziggurat. Such as ziggurats are rare. Yeah, let's do Wildlands. Yeah, that's kind of on theme for an anti type thing. Okay, I don't think I want to do any story type stuff. I'm gonna leave that off. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that off. I'm not gonna do alternative victory things. Now I'm not gonna turn off the underground. Weirdly enough, as ants, we're not gonna be particularly good at that because we don't have underground adaptation. But I want to turn on. Where are you? The crystalline? No, not crystalline abundance. I want the crystal dudes on. Crystal dwelling. We've not really played with this much. I've never really interacted with it too much, and it's from way back in Giant Kings. We're just gonna turn that on. Maybe we can interact with them. You can do some cool quests to get some unique stuff from them. Anything else? I don't think we're gonna do. I don't want to make this like too intense on things. Subdued? No. Okay, you know what could be kind of interesting? Because we're mobile, what is the setting that makes the infestations respawn? That could be kind of interesting. It's not subdued, obviously. Bannerlord, Disdain, Megacities, regenerating infestations. Beasts and monsters never cease nesting in this realm. Infestations emerge in unoccupied provinces every 10 turns. I'm so gonna regret this, but let's turn that on. I don't mind. This also kind of plays into Fabled Hunters. I don't mind weighting it a little bit in our favor, though. What's Barren and Fractured do? Are you talking Barren Oceans? Barren Oceans is continents. There are desert provinces that have sandstorms. Yeah, everybody has a bajillion sandstorms. That could be kind of interesting. That could be interesting, but that would be very powerful because we're gonna have desert adaptation. I mean, again, I don't mind tilting things in our favor. Several large landmasses separated by oceans of uninhabitable desert. Each empire shares a landmass with one or two other empires. Uninhabited desert provinces are affected by sandstorms. That is really interesting. God, are we gonna do that? Blinding Sandstorm. This unit is in a sandstorm and has the following. Cannot regenerate, -2 vision, universal camouflage. Okay, what do you guys think? Do we stick with the Barren Pangea or do we go to Barren Oceans? That is kind of interesting to me. It would really suck when we have to do a migration across the sea, though. I'm just saying. When we have to drive our cities there. McDoon, it's calling you. All right, I'm in. Do we want to make this a little bigger? What's that going to be? There's going to be... We'll go one bigger. The way there's 3 continents worth of people if it puts 2 per continent. There's still the underground connections. True. Yeah, that's fair. All right, I don't feel quite as bad about that. This place is a hellhole. Just FYI. This place is a hellhole. Okay, anything else? Small underground? No. I'm not gonna do Umbral stuff. If we get some, we get some, whatever. I haven't really interacted with that mechanic too much either. I just never have enough time to really sink my teeth into Age of Wonders, which is a dang shame because I love this game. Barren and Fractured. This realm bears the scars of magical calamity. Handcrafted regions containing sand and astral barrens. This is one of the new ones from Rise from Ruin. And astral barrens. So sand is fine. Astral ruins. Province feature. Magical origin units do not regenerate HP in this province. World map spells and combat spells in this province have a 20% chance of backfiring. When a spell backfires, the chances displayed... When a spell backfires, its original effects are still resolved, but additional effects are added. The additional effects are random and usually affect the target of the original spell. For example, a healing spell backfiring could have additional effect of teleporting the unit that it healed up to 3 hexes away from its location. No mana income can be gained from this province. That would hurt us quite a bit. Resources nodes have become ruined. We're going to be doing the ruining. Terrain cannot be altered by most spells. I think we've already made it enough of a hellhole for ourselves. I think we're going to leave that one be. I think we're going to leave that one going. All right, I don't think I'm gonna force anything else. I think we're gonna let that be. I don't want to make this overly complicated. You can make this absolutely crazy, but again, I'm not really in practice enough for that. Okay, I'm gonna go advanced. I just want to check here. So I want just everything normal. The AIs are normal. I'm not doing anything crazy there. Realm content. This is the one I really like. So I do not want my own rulers. I don't want my Pantheon rulers. Do I want to have library rulers? No, you know what? Let's just have random people. Just random people. Okay. We will have frequent champions, wizard kings, and then we will do rare for everybody else. The reason being, especially giants, you end up with like everyone on your map is a giant or a dragon. I get that all the time. Hopefully this will actually make them rare. In fact, maybe we should tailor this a little bit. Let's actually say there's no storm giants. There's no frost giants. There could be fire or rock giants. Yeah, just because this world, the storm giants and the frost giants died out. They're already dead. Vampires, sure, we can have vampires. Spain without the S tends to get the views. This game looks cool, might have to pick it up. I really enjoy this game. You can get the base game on sale relatively cheap, and it is 100% playable. 100%. The DLCs add a lot of content, but it's not like Stellaris, for example, where Stellaris, you basically have to have some of the DLCs or you're playing with like half a deck. In this game, if you don't care about giants, just don't buy giants. If you don't like dragons, don't buy dragons. I think this is one of the better models out there. I know some people are going to disagree with me on that one, but I actually do like this. And they do go on sale pretty steeply. One thing I love this game is developing stories. Yes. Yes. I always feel sad because they keep making so many changes. I keep deleting my Pantheon because I want to replay them with the new mechanics. So that's a bad habit of mine. Okay, let's do this. I think that's all we need to do. Game flow, nothing different. Combat, nothing different. Go. Sure. We'll save it. All right, custom. We are playing Azaraga Red Sand. All right, please don't suck. Faction o' mine. And I'll let you guys in on a little secret. You are going to be the only 10 people who know this. If this series does decently, we may do another series with the other type of nomads. And here's the theme. Late Age Atlantis. I think I could make a really cool Late Age Atlantis with these mechanics. I think it would be very cool. My recommendation, someone goes live with the title playing Freeman in Age of Wonders. Okay. Azaraga Red Sand, Tome of the Warband. Okay, that's us. Ritual Cannibals, Fabled Hunters. We're athletic, hardy. We have a Ceaseless Cacophony, which gives enemies fumble. We have Desert Adaptation. Okay. Our starting spells, we got Commander's Call, so 1 hex radius, heal 10, give 10 morale. That's fine. And Swift Strike Blessing. Target friendly unit that has action points remaining and another within 3 hexes gain empowering momentum. This is basically our momentum ability, which is attacks inflict plus 20% damage, support abilities do plus 20% temporary HP. And they get fortune, which is extra crit chance. It's fine. Not stellar. I'm not super impressed with this tome. We'll see how I feel about it after we actually use it. Okay, what do we got? Okay, we started at the southern side. I like that. We started southern middle. I'm less entranced with that. There's a lot of power starting in the corner. That's okay, though. We have some options on directions to go. What else do we have? So we've got kind of a rough fight here. That's kind of spooky. Double gremlins and a houndmaster. Okay, there's some dangerous stuff around here. One thing about our faction, our scout units also count as archers. What that means is if we do any range enchantments, they'll get them too. How much do I care? I don't know. I believe fires range projectiles of the target. Opening shot. First attack in the turn deals plus 50% HP. Okay, that's fine. Fine. All right, starting army. What did we get? So we've got our ritualist. We got a strider. So this is our tier 2 archer. I like the looks. So we have shoot bow. They have that same thing. So fires range projectile at the enemy unit. Opening shot do 50%. So if we have to reposition, we actually get a little bit of a damage boost. Normally it really sucks when you have to move archers quite a lot. So that's kind of a nice little bonus. Wind Stride. Caster moves to target hex and gains fortune for 3 turns. And it doesn't cost anything. So we can Wind Stride somewhere and then get a full volley off. Our Corpse Eating, of course. Our Empowering Momentum and our Cacophony. Okay, cool. Okay, Dust Weaver. This is our tier 2 support unit. I like your staff. Cinder Wind Blast. Single magic attack does burning. Okay, it's standard. Weave Momentum, range 4. I believe that symbol means it uses all but one of our action points. Target friendly unit has action points. Give them Empowering Momentum. Okay, yeah, that's a setup spell. Recovering Wind Pull. Heal target for 20 temps. Lose all negative effects. Teleports to an adjacent space. Okay, so we can yoink somebody to us and heal them. That'll stack in well with our Empowering Momentum on him because we can do 20% extra temp HP. So that's not too bad. And actually, now that I think about that 20% temp HP, that'll count to our cannibalism. As long as we've moved 3 hexes before we do cannibalism, we'll actually get bonus HP. You gotta jog a little to work up our appetite. That makes sense. Okay, here's our tier 1 shield unit. Yeah, shield unit. Standard melee strike. Windborne Rescue. Range 1. Swap places with target friendly unit and heal that target and the caster for 10 temps. 2 turn cooldown. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. On a tier 1 unit, I don't know how long that'll be useful, but okay. And nothing else crazy here. And then what are you? A tier 1 shock unit. Shocking. I like your axe. Has a charge strike. Now, gain 20% damage per hex traveled up to 3 hexes is exactly the same as our momentum. So that's going to be plus, what, 60? And this one is going to be... That'll take us up to plus 80% damage if we can get a full charge. That is pretty spooky. Fiery Momentum. When this unit has momentum, attacks inflict guaranteed burning. Okay, so maybe we have some fire synergy here. Ooh, and he starts with Slip Away. That is really good for a tier 1 unit. When we reduce to 0 HP, we displace 3 hexes and we heal 15 HP. That's pretty nice. Age of Wonders needs an underwater expanse and an ocean floor. They're a little leery about adding any more layers, Eric, due to the amount of load it puts on. Every layer they do is basically a multiplicative of how hard it is to run the game. They have talked about, though, they also talked about doing an astral realm or a celestial realm. When the age is wonderful. Hey, bro, how's it going? They have rotate. Yep, they do. That's true. That's true. Maybe we could give Eric extra bags and then we can keep him alive by rotating him. That's some deep lore right there. Hey, Salamander. I don't know what it is, but Age of Wonders gives me decision fatigue like crazy. It's weird because I play complicated strategy games all the time. I really enjoy it. My big complaint about the game is I don't like the in-game battles. When you start getting up to 18 versus 18, it is exhausting. It is exhausting. I really wish they didn't go that route for how combats went. Why is the ant wearing a Spider-Man costume? Why isn't he wearing a Spider-Man costume? Nice synergy so far. Yeah, I didn't expect the fire thing, so that's a little bit of a surprise, but we're chaos, so we'll probably end up with fire from something anyways. Okay, that was a lot of talking. Let's kill something. All right, I lied. Let's build something. Okay, so we want to get these into our area so we can start depleting them. We probably would like to eat you. I think we could do that. Archer, we got 2 melee units. I've never fought a Fractured Serpent. A Blood Mech is kind of dangerous. Brewer Ogre kind of depends on whether we can engage him or he engages us. Okay, Raider Tents, plus 10 food. When the city shares a border with another empire or free city, 10 gold, 10 food. Yeah, so this is going to be another reason we want to pick up and move so that we can keep this type of bonus going. That is very strong for a tier 1 building. That is very strong if you're getting this bonus. Trophy stores, just even more food, just doubles the bonus. Okay. Library, shrine. Okay, nothing else crazy here. Our special province improvement that I never build is extra draft. Pillaging an adjacent province takes -1 turn. Okay, make me build this, guys. When we are attacking, we need to have this out so that we can pillage things. Because remember, we get a bunch of bonuses from pillaging. Friendly units in this and adjacent provinces gain 15 hit point regeneration. Ooh. So with our Fabled Hunters, that means we have 20 hit point regen if this is next to us. That's pretty good. Okay, so what do we want to build first? Do we want to go tents because our food is slow? Or do we go workshop to try to get production and draft going? I think I'm gonna go raider tents. So we would like to build a forester, and we can build one there. Pillage like it's ants at an abandoned picnic? Who says it has to be abandoned? We could just eat the people who are at the picnic, man. It's all good. It's all meat. Maybe the antidotes on the other removed dot item would work like the other removed dot item. Say that again, Eric. I lost you there. Okay. Bump, bump, bump. I'm very nervous about this fight. That's a big fight for the first one. I guess we're gonna do it. And I think we're even gonna bring our scout into this. So we'll proc it with the scout. By the way, these scorpion mounts look amazing. All right, and as always, I'm gonna manual most combats unless it's ridiculously I'm gonna win or we're ridiculously late in the campaign and I can't be arsed to do it. Okay. No bad things are gonna happen. I will note we only had like a 75% victory chance on this. Just to say that. Okay, so skirmishers, what are you technically? A fighter unit, a fighter unit, a fighter unit. All right, I think I'm gonna try to just let them come to me. Well, we have a chargey unit. Okay, I can't do that exactly. They will come to me though. All right, so I want to get a charge in. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'd want to be here-ish with my charge unit. So we took athletics, so we have a lot of movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 spots. We only need to move 3 to trigger our momentum, but having that extra oomph will let us get wherever we need to go. Okay, so we need to have some kind of bait. We'll put these guys here. Oh, I'm still gonna be misclicking all kinds of things, I'm sure. Oh man. Not the type of game you want to be rusty at. Okay, so we've got archers. We'll just move them up here. Done. Our support unit. There, and done. And here, and what do we have? Blighted Bull. Okay, so we don't have anything special yet. Okay, and our scout, I think you're just gonna scurry over here. Not in a hurry, I see. That's all right, me neither. Sounds like meat's back on the menu. Meat was never off the menu if you're a hungry enough ant. The fact that the antidote had to be applied by another, well, you could self-apply bandage. No, it wasn't that it had to be applied by somebody else. It was you had to apply it yourself. That's what was ridiculous. And we couldn't hand it to you. We didn't have enough actions to drop what you had and get you the antidote to take it. It made no sense that somebody else couldn't be like, here, brother, and like pour it down your throat because they could bandage people. I think you just said that awkwardly, but I'm agreeing with you. We must reclaim their water for the swarm. Their animations are tediously low. Well, we have special archer ones, so we're gonna have to just deal with it. All right, I'm not interested particularly in that, so I'm gonna try to see if they'll come closer. I would really prefer to engage on my turn. Yes, they will. Okay, perfect. What are you gonna do? spitting at me. How rude. How incredibly rude. Okay, let's make this work. 1, 2. Okay, so here we can only get 2 run. That has already annoyed me. We could head that way, but we won't make it. You engage him and you're going to engage him. So before we do that, are we going to cast a spell? So we have 10 temps and some morale, or empowering momentum and a fortune. You know what? Because they kind of screwed me. Oh, 3 hexes. Ooh, that's actually really big. I appreciate that. We're not going to get momentum if we only move 2, so I think we will go ahead and cast, and everyone gets it. So there you go. Apparently only the people who have momentum get it. Did you not get it? What is the trigger on that? I can't look now. We'll have to look next time. I expected everyone to get that, not just a couple. Okay, you move up. Okay, 85%. He's the one I'm worried about. He's gonna belch and stun everybody. So I'm gonna try to focus him the best I can down. Can you zigzag? Kinda, sorta. It's hard to do the way that the action points get used up. Maybe with a charge unit you might be able to swing it. I'm sure at some point it'll come up and we'll fiddle with it. All right, now here we don't have a good shot, but we could teleport. We could teleport and we'd have a much better shot. 85% chance to hit is fine. Let's do that. Get some burning going. Sure does. Okay, you're gonna have to go here. You are going to teleport. Actually, no, not yet. You are in range. Okay, maybe we won't even need the teleport. I just gotta make sure this guy dies because I don't want him to belch and stun everybody. Okay, that's not gonna kill him. Okay, so we will use our little teleport to here. Whoop. Okay, that's kind of a cool teleport. And shoot him. I'm a little sad that unless they crit, or we can crit and kill him. I was gonna say it's a waste of my charge here. Okay, you guys fight the fractured serpents. Is that what they were called? Okay, not exactly the most impressive damage. I'll be honest. Okay, we still can't get charged through here. I think we're just gonna go in on this. I should have done that first, because then we could have canceled his retaliation strike. It's alright. Alright, not the worst. Not the worst. Okay, literally just eating things. That's not great. I'm trying to remember what they do. Do they explode when they're engorged? Oh, also, they did a rework in this patch of how defenses and resistances work. There'll be some learning curve here. Okay, so you sustain 10. Okay, when this unit dies, adjacent enemies sustain 10 physical damage, 90% chance to get blood parasite, which is kind of sort of like bleeding. Okay, I don't love that, but I think we can get around it. So if we hit with him and then we use him to pull him away, heal him for 20 and then pull him to an adjacent space. So let's hit first. Okay, careful with the crits there, buddy. You almost had him blow up in your face. Okay, then here we're gonna pull him out. How's this target? Target friendly unit, heals for 20, loses all stat effects, teleports to an adjacent spot. So I want to target you. Okay, so I don't get to choose the adjacent spot. That's fine, but that is notable. All right. We did find out that the XP is not based on kills. It's just shared as a pool. So I don't have to worry about who does it. All right. Yeah, blow up that guy. What an idiot. What an idiot. 50% chance to kill him. If I kill this, then that leaves both of them free to go engage him. So we're going to chance it. Please no hitting my own unit in the back. He died and got regeneration? Okay, that's a little weird. Sure. All right. Run over here. Okay, we're still on cooldown. Oh, I should have eaten. We should have cannibalized that before I moved. Rip. Okay, well, if I have to move anyways, let's go up here. We still get 2 attacks. 19? That's not terrible. These are going to try to run away. Okay, the Fortune is doing some work here. Oh, and he fumbled. He fumbled. What a loser. He fumbled because we have the Ceaseless Cacophony. So everybody that's adjacent to us has a 15% fumble chance. And then that also comes from having bad morale. So successful turn was successful. You can, but it speeds up for everybody. If you're talking about animation speed. Is this a game for ants? Ants are known to play this game. Yeah, confirmed. Get those rotates happening. Yeah, we have a lot of healing potential here. It's not like high numbers for some. It's like frequency on some and high numbers on others. Okay, so we collect 15 food, 15 mana for the first hive. I like it. We didn't take much damage, a little bit. But that's okay. That's okay. And that finished off our building from the stuff that we picked up. So we could immediately go to trophy stores, which is 20 food. I'm kind of leaning towards the workshop. Let's just get it down. All right, and draft wise, okay, so I don't have a full army yet. We do have a cage over here, which will give me a free unit. They're usually pretty crap. I feel like we probably go double raider, or we just wait and get a lieutenant when we can research that. Let's see what our research is. We could get the lieutenant. Yeah, you know what? New units are cool. We'll take the new unit. So that means I can get scout, is basically what that tells us. So Dune Rider, come on in. Okay, we have a small monster den over here. What kind of small monster den? I mean, a nymph would really suck, but remember, we get big bonuses for clearing this because of Fabled Hunters. Do we go for like a turn 1 monster den? Cicadas en masse are deafening. I mean, I love when I rarely do get a cicada out here. Although I could see why that drone would be absolutely annoying. We enslave the lesser? That's right. These are the dumb brutes. Crickets are also annoying. When I was a kid, there used to be an orchard nearby, and there was a settling pond, so there were tons of frogs and other insect sounds. Nowadays, that's long gone, unfortunately. I miss that. I used to love laying awake at night and listening to it. Do we really do this? Can we take a nymph? She's gonna seduce somebody. I think we can, though. 1 charger and 1 enthrall. Okay, this is too cool not to do, right? It's too cool not to do. How often do you get to do a turn 1 infestation? They don't even have any level ups or anything yet. Okay, that'll do it. About the same odds as our last combat. That is hilarious. All right, give me a really good reward. I want a caster item that summons something. That's what I want. Hey, J-Rob, how's it going, man? Hey, all. Love this game. Me too, buddy. Me too. Take their water bug free. Are there any strategic spells? I'll check what we have. I don't think we have anything amazing, at least yet. Okay, I can't really get in range. If they want to run up and hit me with a range, I'm okay with that on my scout. I would actually prefer he takes the damage. So we'll run to here, we'll turn that way and done. Okay, you. I do not want to let you get first charge. So we're gonna go to like right here. And defend. Alright, now I do want to get close enough that we can hit everybody with that spell again. I wanna see why that didn't hit everyone, and it looked like it only hit my melee. I need to reread the trigger because I was expecting it to be everybody. Okay, so if we put you here, and you go there, and you run there. Do we want to get an early heal? Now would not be a bad time to do it, and we could get it on cooldown. It's kind of a long cooldown. He is missing 25 HP. Yeah, you know what? Do it. Please teleport here. Yay! Okay. Little gamba. All right, great first turn. Okay, not unexpected. All right, please don't seduce me. Don't kiss ants. Yes! He's not interested. Be gone, thought. I have picnics to raid. No time for this. Okay, this is where having the ability that lets you step through your own troops would be really nice. Okay, so what was the trigger here I didn't read? Friendly units in a one-hit... Okay, that's not the one we used. Target friendly unit that has action points remaining. Maybe I moved people? And another. Okay, I see. It's only 2 units, but it's a really large area. That makes sense. Are we doing this? Or are we saving our mana? I mean, that fortune was pretty noticeable. We are gonna have a good charge right here too. Do it. Do it. Get ready for the picnic. All right, unfortunately it went to our caster, but that's fine. All right, shoot the pigs. That's just bacon. That's just mobile bacon right there. Okay, with the pig shot, almost could kill him. I think we're gonna kill these via range. I can't believe they resisted the seduce. That is so good. That was so ridiculously good. All right, and then you just finish them. Man, is it just me or are those graphics new? Those look really, really nice. Okay, so the only one in range is this one. 65% chance. Now we don't have to accept that. We could teleport. I think I will. If I teleport here... No, that's not a good spot. Okay, hang on. Not yet. It is not yet time. Okay, run to here. Eat that. Oh, delicious. Oh, all that fresh bacon. Okay, then... Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3. So we do get our full charge. I guess there's no reason not to do... This is kind of what you were saying, whoever was asking about that. So if I just charge, we would go in a straight line, and we would only get 2. But I can move here and then attack, and it still counts as a charge. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see what we actually get. So, bang. Okay, no crit. Burning. Okay, then I'm gonna teleport. I guess it really doesn't matter. We'll teleport to here. And that should give us more than 65. Yeah, 90% chance. And we get all of our attacks, so we'll get full damage off of this. Now, unfortunately... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I don't think we have enough damage, but we do. We just barely have enough. It's the power of bacon that empowered him enough to get the kill. We have a corpse here, but nobody is hungry next to it. I also have walking salad. That's true. That's true. All right, let's... I'll take 2 pot shots over 1 good shot. We're not going to do much damage with this thing anyways. Yeah, that's kind of whatever. Okay, now he's on cooldown, so he cannot eat that. Not yet, at least. Zip over here. I gotta remember, we want to do our shock troops first. Normally because we'll cancel retaliations, but in this case because we're gonna get a kill. That was incredibly easy, if I'm being frank. Okay, we got 6 food, 6 mana, 140 food, and a whirlwind blade. Okay, I don't know if we would be using a whirlwind blade, but there you go. I will definitely take that. Okay, so... where do we move? I am going to want to go clear that relatively soon. Looks like we have another... what? No, I think that's a recruitment spot. Yeah. I think we're going to swing this way. We do get that 5 healing because of the Fabled Hunter. Oh, is this just like the edge of the map? Oh, okay. It's just like some kind of you can't go here. Okay, that's... I actually don't mind that. It's better than just having a flat map edge, I guess. Sure. The first hive produced the Raider Tents. The first hive can annex its first province. Well, isn't that amazing? Okay, now... here's a little bit of a conundrum, though. The boost to this is building a farm. Well, I mean, I guess that's not a problem. I was thinking we were on the other one, which was a forest. So we want to get these things connected ASAP so that we can start eating them. But I would also like to actually build mines on them. I probably should leave this as our only woodcutter, so that leaves these 2. Yeah, we'll do it. That's... again, that looks a little spooky. We do have a wonder over here. Is that water? No, it's just like fog. It's definitely a fog effect. It'll be curious to see... let's see if I can find... where's this supposed ocean that we're supposed to have? I don't know. 5 level 1s, easy game. Part of it is because we were able to do it before they started scaling. All right, great first turn. Everything better than expected.
Nomad culture cities passively over-harvest resource nodes in their domain. Once this process is completed, the resource node is depleted, and the city gains an essence that grants income based on the node or magic material that was harvested.
Overharvesting a node can be accelerated using Imperium, proportionate to the time remaining.
When the resource nodes in reach of a nomad city are depleted, the city may want to relocate. Nomad cities can pack up into a nomad city barge and move to a new location.
Conquerors in particular prefer settling their cities near hostile domain, as they benefit from annexing hostile provinces through aggressive expansion. Man, we really are like army ants. We're just gonna literally eat everything and then just move our colony. This is amazing. What are you? A lost soul. Did I miss you? That isn't it. A presence obscure in the air, but its form is veiled. A soul will only manifest upon greater wills like those of heroes and rulers. You'll have to come back later. Ah, son of a gun. Okay, I am gonna go see what that is. What do you want? You hear the heartbroken cry, scream of pain that has no wound. A ghost wearing an eternal grimace in agony. Someone must have stole her picnic basket. Gesticulating between sobs, she says, "What kind of world is there that there is no justice? What kind of pain is this that not even death can silence it? My children, my poor children." Her grief bursts into fury as she claims, "You will not escape me. I can sense your stench, vessel. Implar." The apparition is bound with wrath and grief. Will you answer her cry? We get a mystery bonus, and we can claim vengeance. Reward mystery. Sure. Yeah, screw that guy. What do you know? You look like a vampire is what you look like. You are, and you're in sunlight, so you're getting wounded. And what is that? Vampire. Oh, a vampire spider. Okay, that's kind of dangerous. Honestly, I think we can take the rest of these. That's just extra food. That's just extra food. Okay, having to move backwards to talk to her with the hero does kind of suck. That kind of killed our turn, but that's okay. All right, you guys, can you make it into the... Yeah. I'm just getting them in there. They'll heal next turn. He's just chugging along. All right, you cannot move into this terrain. Okay. We could climb over the mountain, but there's really no reason to do that. I need to see where we can actually go. So we're gonna zip up this way. By the time we're done eating up these resources, we want to have a new location scouted out. Okay, we're building stuff. We moved. Orders required. It's fine. Done. Do you have any background plays of the DLC? Any other thoughts? Nope. I did not get early access or anything, and I worked all day. So I had a 30-minute lunch overview video I watched. That's as far as I've gotten. Ready for a high culture rework? No culture reworks in this one, a little surprisingly. I kind of thought that they would have done barbarian culture. It feels kind of blah to me at this point. Okay, we are so ready to go eat this thing. All right, let's scout first. Anything of interest? Okay, there's some mana over here. Another den. That is very edible. All right. Zoomy. I think I want to kill him before I try to kill that. So zoom me to here. Meet back up. All right. Let me just double check my sanity. We don't see the vampire anymore, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's not there. Okay, a tier 1 battle mage. Two range units, and then the spider that's kind of spooky. If the vampire's not there, this is going to be pretty easy. He is there. Okay. A low level one, and he is in sunlight, so he deals less damage. I don't think we're going to do that. Let's wait for one more unit. That's a little too spicy for my blood. All right, so instead, we'll go take this out. If it didn't have the hero, we could have taken that. No, he must have Sandwalk or something. Some sort of camouflage. Okay, so we have pain. We're gonna be on fire. That is in our near future. We're just gonna be on fire. Frankly, everyone's fine about where they're at. So if you go here, go there, go there. Okay, here's another change they made. So, magic fighter units. This is a magic fighting unit, a frontline melee fighter. It specializes in magic attacks, making it ideal for damaged units with high defense. So essentially, if you are a magic fighter, you're a melee person who attacks resistance. If you have a normal guy and I gave him fire attacks, we still attack all on defense. So you can't really bypass defense with a bunch of unit enchantments anymore, is kind of the long short of that. All right, we're just done here. Make them come to me. Those magma elementals are gonna suck. You gonna slow boat me? You sure are. Yeah, well, here's what I think about that. We are done. Come at me, bro. All right, hopefully we can just goink this dude while everyone else catches up. Ow. Okay. I don't love that we're not gonna have momentum here. Oh, nice, new symbol. Okay, pretty good hit. I would much rather come around that side. Okay, so always hits. Give them momentum. I kind of want to stand here to boost that, but I kind of want him to be able to go around and do a charge here. So I think we're going to step back. Go to here. It's not as much as I would have loved. That didn't give him momentum. Is it 3 spaces away from where you started and not 3 movement? Because that was 3 movement. Okay, in that case, give him momentum. I'm really curious why that didn't proc. It did say momentum bonus ×2, so that did only count as 2. So it's distance traveled away from start, not actual distance traveled. That's very relevant, game. Just saying. All right, let's see if we can kill these with the range. Please hit, please hit. Oh, okay. Finish him off with him, maybe? Please hit, please hit, please hit. Okay. That was important because we want to be able to eat. Not yet, though. Let's go hit him. Now we're gonna eat. Oh. Oh, never mind. No, I can't because it's turned in. Okay, that's fine. We'll just eat begin next turn. Okay, so we still have our caster. None of those are needed yet. He's almost certainly coming around to eat my caster. 50%. Let's get one closer. I'd rather do a little less damage and actually hit. All right. That was okay. I kind of was hoping we could kill 2 units. I think I do have the combat speed turned up ever so slightly, by the way. Ow. So we got a crit and a graze. Thank you, fumble. Oh, my poor boys. My poor boys. Okay, well, step 1, I'm definitely having them eat. I think we're gonna have to give him a heal too. I don't think there's any way around that. Okay, kill that. Oh, we grazed the last hit. Rip. Okay, I have to get a heal here, and my fire attack's gonna do like nothing. We'll go to here. We'll hope he just teleports to there. We'll pull him. Is it closest? He teleported in place. Okay. All right, you teleport here. And then I really like that. That really helps these archers out. XCOM all over again. 99% chance to hit, and what that really means is 99% chance to miss. I'm gonna kill these ones. Sucks that we have 2 low units there. All right, so here, 1, 2. Is this gonna count as 3 or just 2? Let's do a little science. Again, it is 3 hexes. We did gain momentum. And we did gain momentum. So that did count as 3 hexes. The burn's not going to help here, but the extra damage will. Okay, that's fine. Ow. Ow. Stop. I'm liking that. Oh, please don't finish him off. Nice. No, he crits. And then we crit. What is going on? Oh my goodness. This is brutal. We're just in like a giant slap fest here. All right, let's move up. Finish him off. All right, we've already eaten, so I can't do anything there. Can I do... Okay, let's do a little bit of science here, because I don't really have another way. I guess we could cast, but I'd prefer not to. Okay, so if I do a Windborn Rescue, and I do it to you. Oh, I like that graphic. That reminds me of, what was the League of Legends character that could kind of do that? God, that's a period of trauma in my life. But okay, that does work. So we give ourselves a tiny amount of temps. A tiny amount. All right, fire on him. I don't think we do anything, right? Isn't he immune to fire? I guess we hit him a little bit. Okay, how about some poison, Scarecrow? But that let me move my caster without moving my caster, so we got 90% chance to hit and full action points. So that's a lot of utility. It's a lot of utility. Okay, this is only going to be 2 squares. There's no way I can help that. And he's down. That fighter's gonna need more healing? Yeah. Alright, well, that's fine. We lived. We got a Butcher Ogre. Welcome to the team, friend. Yep, you just hop right on in. Alright, and we're healing. And we are inside our territory. With the Butcher Ogre, does that change anything? He does have Butcher's Cut, which is just... Oh no, this isn't the one that has just a chance to kill things. Didn't this used to have just a chance to auto-kill? I feel like this is nerfed. This isn't terrible though. Sunder defense, a bunch of bleeding, some temp HP. Yeah, that's fine. Well, welcome to the picnic raid. I don't think we're gonna be doing this quite yet though. And we're definitely not gonna do it while we're damaged. So we're probably looking at doing that guy. So with whatever movement we have left, we'll waddle that direction. Okay, we leveled up. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this. We went Ritualist on our queen here. My thought was I didn't see that much healing available to us, and Chaos isn't really known for its healing, so I figured having a hero that could help. So we could either do Rejuvenate, which is a AoE 1, 15 temp hit points, remove a negative status effect, and then we can boost that to do regeneration for 3 turns. And we can get it to give 1 strengthened. That's fine. Or we could take a big single target heal, but we already kind of have 1 big single target heal with our support unit. So I feel like the AoE heal, just like round 1 of combat, everyone gets to heal, you get a little regen running. I think that's going to be the route. And then over here, we can do like thorns and whatnot, and we're going to take this one because it gives obscuring fauna, or excuse me, obscuring flora in a 1 hex radius, which creates mist. Mist is clinging mist, which gives them a negative to hit me. So you'll have a fumble chance, you'll have a negative to hit me. You can kind of see what I'm stacking. This is going to be kind of similar to what we did on Grimgar, with more of a deserty flair. But I think we're going to take the healing first. Although this is pretty interesting. That is kind of interesting. We could summon living vines. That is also very nice. Friendly units get Grace. Grace is another form of healing. I think we just have to take the heal first, though. What else do we have? Whenever you cast a spell, we get strengthened and regeneration. Okay, I haven't actually played a Ritualist in a long time. In fact, I don't think I played it since they split off the undead stuff. Healing spells and bust spell becomes overcharged. Okay. Channeling. Additional spell this turn. Heal for 10. Allows you to cast an additional spell this turn. Okay. Man, I'm really tempted by both of those. We need a spare shield guy. It wouldn't hurt. It definitely wouldn't hurt. If you're doing that, you'll have to take Fame Mist. So I don't think we're going to have enough nature in this build to do that, unfortunately. Unit gains Obscured, Mist, Clinging Mist. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Creepy Feybugs. I do want to do Creepy Feybugs at some point. Like, take Gloom and then all the other Fey stuff and just make my terrain absolute hell. Okay, we're going to start with the AoE heal. That was a lot of thinking for what I was probably already going to do. Do we have any items? We got the stupid sword. Okay. Not the smart sword. We got the stupid sword. Tome 2 is... the problem is we're going to be completely overwhelmed at tier 2. We're going to take my lunch sticky note. We're going to take the new tome for sand, and we're going to have to take shades. So we do not have a free tier 2. If we did, it would be mayhem. But unfortunately, we cannot fit it. Okay, they can't do anything else. That's already set. Let's go. Why to which part, Simba? Okay, that's pretty good healing, actually. I think we're gonna go do our little gremlin friend here. If I do that... Oh my goodness, I'm just short. Oh my goodness, I'm doubly short. Oh, that was horrible. Alright, rip. Oops. Alright, go around this so we don't get attacked. Okay, it's all green over here. That looks delicious. Okay, another scout. Let's send you out this way. Alright, I will... Do I really want a second shield guy or do I want a raider? I think I want a raider. They have slip away, so they're actually not going to die very easily. Okay, and the reward for that combat finished up our building again. A vendor which is boosted. We could get some money flowing. More food. Library would be kind of nice. Draft would be kind of nice. Plus the starting rank might be interesting. We could also stonemason. We're not going to be boosting that anytime soon. This is so much faster than everything else. Let's just get the money up and running. Well, we always hit a money crunch at some point, so. All right, and keep scouting. All right, we finished the building. We finished the scout. Do I have full tier 3 or just one? Just one right now. I'm gonna take the new Warlord Tome. There's a tier 1, 2, and 3 are the new ones from this DLC. Mason, you can do soon 2 farms. Yeah, maybe. I I mean, I guess these don't have to start as mines. I'm always particular about that, and I really need to not be. All right, I think you've convinced me. Do I want production or gold? I think I'd prefer the production. So we'll put in a farm here. Remind me to come back and change that later, because I'm never going to remember. Okay, so 10 turns, I believe, until we've over-harvested this. So we got to get moving here, man. We got to get these harvested and get on the road. There's picnics to raid. Okay, oh, this is the edge of the world, I see. This is weird. I wonder if this is because of this map type or if they've just changed the map. Meeting Sedentary God. A floating formation of stone faces address you. We greet you. The monotonous voice of Gromel, the crystal dwelling of Selgad, resonates in your skull. The stone face entity continues. Do not fear us, for we mean no harm. We once shared your ambitions when we still ruled over formidable Merida. We are even greater now. We are the eternal sages. We observe, we chronicle. We preserve and collect all the cosmos holds. The formation's faces show no emotion, yet there's still a tone in its voice. Will you not support our mission? The eternal sage seeks to collaborate with you in exchange for secrets from their vault. Yeah, what quest you got? I would like an easy quest, please. Yes. Capture Frost Werevens. 5 units slain. Okay. Getting all kinds of quests. That's something, I guess. Be not afraid. Kind of, sort of biblically accurate angels. Just need some more eyeballs and a few more wings. Okay, that was fine. Wasn't really what I wanted to do. Oh, I see. He's standing there. Okay, well, you're kind of in my way, friend. I want to go over here. Okay, yes. You. Eat. I guess everyone has 40 move on the world map. Another change that was made in this patch. So no more having that one unit that's cool, but you never can use because he slows your entire army down. Unga Bunga heads. They look like the heads from Easter Island. They built those to summon more mana. I don't think it worked, but you know. Okay, so gremlins suck, just in case anyone didn't know that. I don't want to move forward because I don't want anyone to be able to charge me. Okay, this is going to be rather awkward. You go to here. Let's range 4. 1, 2. I want the bonus. That should be 20% more healing. It was. Okay, excellent. It works. Works as advertised. All right, we're just done for turn 1. Moai statues, yep. Well, the problem was they were having resource problems on the island, so they needed to build more statues to summon more mana. But to move the statues from where they built them to where they wanted them, they had to cut down more trees because they were using them as rollers. And you can see the cycle that happened. So, yeah, a lot of cannibalism. A lot of cannibalism, actually. Okay, magic fighter. We got a shock troop and an archer. I would love to hit these guys while I can. They're gonna displace, but that's okay. I'd also like a corpse for these guys to eat. So I think we charge into this, and then we'll put our sword guy here. Having 5 move is very nice. I'll definitely say that. Okay, no retaliation. Love it. You teleport. Here's the best I can do. Please get the kill. 50-50. Get wrecked, nerd. Okay, you run up to here. I'm gonna weather a turn of attacks because I think this will overheal. 15. Out of 90. Yeah, that would overheal, so I don't want to do that yet. These are gonna teleport away when I hit them. That's fine. Those are so annoying. All right, you are gonna do the next one? Sure. Get him, Chunky. Nope. I resisted bleeding. I was gonna say maybe we'll get the bleed. We did not get the bleed. Okay, let's... I also do have the heal here if we need it. Oh, we get our momentum buff already? That was a change from a little while ago, wasn't it? That you actually got your culture thing without having to use the enchant on your heroes. I seem to remember that. I don't know, Drew. Maybe if we had enough mana, we could have prevented it. 23 fire damage. Oh. God, gremlins suck. For anyone who didn't know. Alright, well that could have gone worse. Okay, I do think we will probably... I would max him out, but he's gonna have to move anyways. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it. Okay, you cannot teleport, so you get to die first because I can actually capture you and hit you. So run up there and bam. You go over here. What does this do? Always hits. Sure. 20 damage and it resisted. Okay. I'm looking for this archer to get the... Okay, well, we only get one shot, but we do get that 50% first shot bonus. These are nice little... I mean, for a tier... I think those are technically tier 2. For a tier 2 archer, those are not terrible. I don't hate it. Alright, you run up here and then attack these guys. Where are you going to teleport to? They only can do that once per round, so... Okay, run to there. We only get one attack. Some sort of cleanse or restoration spell? Yeah, I totally agree. We cannot reach them. Oh, that sucks. You're gonna have a bad time. Please don't hit me for 23 fire damage. Okay, 12 isn't as bad. And now this one gets hit me from behind. Okay, that's not too bad. Alright, well, first charge. Luckily, shock units are really good against gremlins, because we only get one hit anyways. Yeah, let's just do this. So let's eat that corpse. And let's go trigger the other teleport. Let's try to corral him back this direction. I think it's a way. I don't think they could, like, teleport behind. Oh, that was the wrong guy. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Can we just end his career? Hopefully that'll be the case. Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, we cannot reach with him. That's unfortunate. Alright, let's get these idiots to do their teleport. I kind of did that in the wrong order. Way away. Gotcha. No hope. Alright, just reposition. Ditto. Oh man, gremlins are so annoying. Runs behind a rock, because of course he does. And then crits me, because of course he does. You can't win for losing, that's for sure. Ugh. Okay, lucky 1 damage, so he teleports. That was not a lucky 1 damage, so he teleports. There it is. All right, that's probably his death. Yep. Okay, that wasn't too bad. All right, are we gonna get a better unit? When you approach the angel's body, a soul raises from it. Its voice, warm as sunshine, says, "Well met, wayfarer. What you see at your feet is my body, which could not bear the hardships of my imprisonment. But now my eternal soul is free. Your actions have brought peace to this unfortunate angel. Allow me to bestow upon you a parting gift. We could have healing. All units are healed to full. That's actually kind of nice. We could get a light spirit. Light spirits are all right. They do have a heal. They do have condemning blast, both of which are good. We could... all non-heroes gain a rank. That's also pretty good. The heal means we could keep going. They do evolve. They do evolve. He's also, it cost me mana to upkeep though. I don't think we're keeping him. It's a question of, do we heal or do we take the XP? I think we heal and we just keep this train rolling. I don't really care about the alignment, but that's whatever. All right, then here, we're gonna zip over to there. We're gonna stand here and heal, and then we're gonna go do that quest. That one looks a little more doable without a hero. Okay, and you go look around. Okay, more things. Oh, look at all this juicy food we could be eating. Okay, and I think we're just gonna grab regen right away. I'm gonna boost this to be really, really good at the beginning and just really concentrate on making that useful. Oh, and look at that, we have enough mana. Okay, so we do have a world spell. Right now it's just terraform to sand. We do get bonuses for sand as sandwalkers. We get the like food stuff here, or desert adaptation. It'll get better when we get that tier 2 tome. So it's not really worth spending mana, especially because we're gonna leave here in a minute. Okay, we could get the first chaos one. Defeating an infestation grants you a unit based on the infestation. We're gonna kill a whole bunch of them, but it's gonna be garbage units that I don't want. So I don't think we're gonna spend that. We're gonna save it. Now what I do want is to drop a second city. So maybe we come up here, we clear the infestation, and we drop this city somewhere in this neighborhood. We want to eat the mana and the sheep, and maybe... No, we don't get to eat these. I think that's the other one that gets to eat these. But the mana and the sheep, maybe. Okay, so you need a turn to heal, alignment change. Yeah, we're good ants now. It's free chaff, yeah, but it's also mana upkeep, and they're kind of crap. We're not gonna go animal build, so... Keep rolling, that's right. The ants march on. Okay, we should be good to go. 1 turn on vendor, 3 turns on growing. Okay, we're going for this watchtower. This is so weird to me. I guess this is what should be the sea? I was expecting it to have like more sandstormy graphics. Okay, this terrain is absolutely horrendous, just FYI. I can see why we're hungry. Okay, we've got our lieutenant researched. Okay, chimes of momentum. This just allows us to add other people in. That would be our other guy, but that's not high priority. Mentorship. That would be kind of nice. The lowest XP unit gets extra XP in my armies. Levels matter a lot for units. Or just some extra... You know what though? They never die when they route. Let's just grab that. That just means I have to produce less scouts. Okay, now I do want to do this, but I want to clear the infestation first so that we can found the city. Actually, okay, good. I was gonna say unless he's grown, but he did not grow, so we're good. And some desolate terrain over here, and ooh, a way under possibly. More stony boys. I really like the graphics of this game. I know some people say it's a little cartoony, but I like the look of this. It feels fantasy. It just feels fantasy. As ants, I feel like we're more aligned than quality free. Oh, quantity aligned. And we are. We may go Trauma the Horde as our second tier 1. I'm not 100% certain where we're gonna go. We may also go Tentacle. So just, you know, prepare yourself in case that happens. This seems like a special zone. Is this a special zone? Haunted graveyard. Fine. I mean, the more of those we clear early, I'm just saying. All right. Skirmisher and 3 shock troops. This should not be a problem for us. So we got some pork and what were the other things? Porcupine. What do you call porcupine meat? I don't know what that would be. Hey, Shinosuke, how's it going? The 5 Blossoms DLC in Tale of Immortal is kind of busted, actually. I don't know where that came from, but yes, it is. yes, it is. The porcupine would be pork with a C. Droog, you earned a point. That's all I can say. Good job. Okay, nobody can reach me this turn. That's what we want. Let's just move into position. If you go here, and you go there, and you go there, you can support everybody. Get a little bit closer so you can teleport. We're healed up. Turn done. Yes. You're playing it right now? You're just background noise? I'll let that play. Out of curiosity, did you say that you had watched the, Yeah, you said you had watched the Tale of Immortal playthrough. It was a pretty good DLC. It was a little annoying when I recorded because they said it was fully translated and it wasn't, but they got there by the end of my playthrough, so mostly forgiven. Yeah, I guess Shinosuke, they just don't like liberating countries with mechs. I don't know. I don't know where people have been. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So, out of range, but that's totally fine. We can teleport probably to there. You're gonna take that spot. You have to go there. Okay, we have a little bit of a problem. We can't quite reach with everybody, but I think I know how we can solve that. We're gonna do some tricksy stuff. Okay, you go here. You teleport yourself to there. And go ahead and help him out. That is so good. Don't Zephyr archers have something kind of sort of like that? All right, big butcher, pork. Okay, he's bleeding, and he has thunder defense. I like it. Okay, then I need this guy. Go ahead and take that spot, but don't attack yet. You go to here. All right, I'm gonna pull you. Actually, I got a little too close depending on where we teleport. And then run to here. Okay. Oh, he got momentum. Okay, so momentum is a lie. Momentum is a little bit of a lie how that works. After moving 3 hexes, that is not it. After being in a spot that is 3 hexes away from where you started is what it technically is. Because I only moved 2 hexes. I got teleported for more. So, food for thought there. That has some ramifications. All right, let's cook that pork. Yep, get him on fire. A little char broiled. All right, now I don't have a good spot for you, but there's also no reason not to just join the scrum, so just get in there. And I'm not gonna be able to kill you. Well, I'll get him low enough that if he attacks, he'll just die. Hopefully. All right, good turn, team. I would consider that a bug or oversight. Maybe. I don't know. It definitely reads as if it's supposed to be movement, because it says when the target moves. It should say if the target is 3 hexes away from where it began its turn. Like, you need that, like, rules lawyer speak. What a jerk. What an absolute jerk. I thought you were dead for sure. And he fumbled. What a loser. And he fumbled to my hard-hitting unit, too. Double loser. What are we gonna do here? I think we'll have our shield guy go ahead and kill that. Okay, well... Yeah, just go ahead and kill that. I was gonna say maybe there's an argument that we switched places for the little bit of healing, but I think I'm gonna need all attacks to ensure he's dead. All right, then I think we're gonna go after you, or we're gonna break you. Let's chase down this skirmisher. He's gonna be difficult to pin down, so let's just get our expert on that. All right, 90%. The other pig died to the bleed. You can't be a cannibal because you're not cool like I am. Okay, that's fine. Kill him. One shot? No. They mistranslated the 100% in the 100% translation. I was just talking about this after we finished up the stream for Phantom Brigade yesterday, but Scroll of Taiwu is coming out in the very, very near future. They actually delayed to improve translations. I really hope, I really, really hope it's good. Like, I don't expect it to be like 100% perfect. I'm fine with a little bit of jank in the translation, but the mechanics need to be readable, and the most of it needs to be good. Like, none of this like your grandfather's ghost dragon will give you strength on the morrow type crap. Or even worse, when it just makes less sense than that. Hey, Slice. Found Phantom Brigade really hard to watch. The UI should warn you when the second mech you move up screws up plan for Sun. Seems funky. I wouldn't say it felt too bad to control, and I definitely did a little better when I wasn't on stream. You know, take it as you will, but I enjoyed it. I definitely would give that game a thumbs up if you like tactical games. That was kind of my end thoughts. Okay, we got 15 food, and we got 15 mana, and 313 more food, and a spider leg. Summons a spider! Yes. Well, we are subjugating the other insects. They will all serve us. Especially spiders. It must be that time of year. I found a bunch of random cobwebs around my place that make absolutely no sense. Okay, yeah, we're fine. We could take another fight. We could do the quest, but I think I'm just gonna clear this out. Where are we gonna drop the city? I would prefer to be near more resources, but it doesn't really matter because I can move. Haste berries. I would like to eat haste berries. So if we drop here, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. That feels reasonable, right? And I can't really spread out particularly well because everyone has the same move speed. You used to have your leader hop out a lot. I don't think that's a habit anymore because everyone's at 40. All right, and we will build an outpost. What turn are we on? Turn 7. All right. Babble's cooking, guys. It's not turn 27, it's turn 7. And I've already started my first okay, that's kind of spooky. I've already started my first settlement. You're easier. But if I'm going to clear things out anyways, I probably should go boink, 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 and then leave now. Alright, we can't attack this turn. Okay, you got the completely pointless watchtower, as you do. That way. What a weird map. I love the look of this. I really do. This, like, heavy erosion, Grand Canyon looking kind of stuff. Okay, the first hive is ready to expand again, and we also finished our building. Okay, we were setting ourselves up to do the stonemason, but we also are good for the tier 2. Getting tier 2 is pretty important. I think we're gonna do that, and then we're just gonna queue up the stone. Well, no. Then we'll queue up the tavern, then the stonemason. No, we'll do it this way. Oh, they're sad ants, though. Okay, we'll do the tavern first so they can be drunk ants. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna need that market relatively soon too. Okay, that's good to go. You're almost done. I'm just gonna go ahead and queue. No, I'm not, because the lieutenant's tier 2 and I can't build him until we have a tier 2 town. Done. Is there a rideable spider? Yep, there totally is. You can do spider mounts. I picked the scorpion mounts. They're new in this DLC. These are just graphical. They're not like special ones that give me the mechanics. I think there's a scorpion one that does. I don't remember if there's an advanced mount for those or not. With that type of tech, movement should be ultra fine. Oh, I see what you're saying, Slice. Yeah, I do agree. There was a thing where like I needed to like twitch just like a millimeter one direction and it wouldn't let me do it. It was actually playing on a hidden grid. It just didn't display a grid, which was a little annoying. And I guess my other complaint was I wanted to drag, like grab the movement and just drag it a little bit to do it. Having to cancel it and redo it really sucked. I'll give you that for sure. But overall, I enjoyed it. And for the sale price I picked it up for, I'm more than happy with it. You never are more than 10 feet away from a spider. At least that's what a dude on TikTok told me. Don't believe everything you watch on TikTok. Watch who you boink. Are you saying they might be a spider slice? Is that what you're implying? Okay. I mean, it's nothing for it. If we lose the big guy, it's kind of whatever. I don't think we're going to lose anybody. Well, thank you, Shinosuke. I appreciate that. You know, I do the same thing. Sometimes I enjoy watching people play a game that like I kind of like, but I know I'm never going to play. So I do exactly the same thing. Okay, so what do we have here? We have Dawn Defenders. 2 spirits are going to condemn me. And a Blessed Dragon. Okay, that's going to be a little spicy, frankly. Okay, don't go into the stinky flowers. I know they smell like rotten meat, but you have to resist. You have to resist. Okay, I kind of think... No, I'm not going to be that good. I was going to say, we could do some shenanigans where we run this guy up, and then we pull someone forward and give them extra move like I did before. So we can kind of do like a slingshot maneuver. That's kind of interesting to me. Okay, I don't want to do my AoE heal. I think we are going to heal him, but I'm not going to do it this turn. Although, hold on. If I do it this turn, we'll get it on cooldown. Yeah, let's just get it on cooldown. He can't cannibalize. Imagine being an ogre that doesn't believe in cannibalism. Cringe. What kind of ogre are you? Probably a Disney ogre. Oh, don't say that too loud, Shinosuke. You're ruining my prospects. It's for the Overlord. Okay. We are probably getting charged, so if we can get an engage, we might look for it. And I think we can. Okay. let's try the ogre slingshot. So if we go, I mean, there's no reason not to go pretty far, right? I don't want to walk through that though. Run to here. No, I cannot do it because I already did that. Oops. Okay, that was a little bit of a mistake. All right, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. Move yourself one further. Go ahead and light him on fire. That was a bit of an oops. Those look really big explosions, but it doesn't make sense because they're not AoE. My brain keeps saying, why is that AoE? But it wasn't AoE. Okay, base those. We'll come back to you. You get ready to go in on that guy. And then you just be sad that you can't reach anybody. Okay, we can get a 90%. I don't... 90%. If I teleport... Yeah, I could get 2 shots off instead of just 1. Yeah, I fubbed this engage up. This is gonna be a little painful. It's not the end of the world. Run to there. Okay, keep working on him. You know what? Just defend. You're gonna have a lot of incoming. That's all I can really do. That was a little bit of a fub up. I miscounted. Grave robbing is the true cultivator way. I really enjoyed the beginning of Tale of Demons and Gods. As of like a year ago current, I don't know, it started meandering really badly. I really enjoyed the beginning, which I normally hate time travel. No spoilers, that's like the first issue. I really normally don't like time traveling stories, not that type at least. But it was all right. They did pretty good on that one, actually. Okay, so the one that's low ran away. I hate it. You could get up there and hit him. I would love to kill this so that we could cannibalize it. Let's see if we can make that happen. He's not that low, unfortunately. And that's a poison flower. Crappy hit. Okay, so if I do Wave of Momentum here, we give him his momentum even though he's not going to be able to get it on his own. We run up and hit him. That gets rid of retaliation. And then you still, after the ability, you still get to keep 1 point so we can still attack. And I still need more damage into that. Boy, these are tanky. They're really tanky. Still not gonna die. All right, you run up. All right, give him a butcher. Yeah, healed for 15. All right, we don't have anyone in range. All right, just move up. 100%, I'll take it. Oh, he had grace. Boo. Okay, you then eat that. Delish. Absolutely delish. And go ahead and engage him. Have I read Coiled Dragon? No, I have not. I do not have time to read cultivation novels at the moment. I work a full-time job and I basically stream for 40, well, stream or work on content for 40 to 60 hours a week. So I'm doing like 2.5 full-time jobs if we just added up all the time I spend on it. Somewhere in there I manage about 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night. So I do not have time to read a few thousand chapters at the moment. That used to be a great time waster though. Did quite enjoy doing that. Okay, we have our big heal. If I go here, would we teleport him into the stinky flower? Knowing my luck, we totally would. Okay, if I go here and then do the teleport, he can only go here or here. Okay. I don't want him doing something dumb. So this is moving 3, but I don't think that's going to give us the buff. Oh, it did. Why didn't it do it that time? I guess you can't do weird, like, run around in circle shenanigans. I guess that's it. Because that one did work. Okay, here... Alright, let's start corralling this guy. Okay hits. Okay, I think we'll finish him off the archer. Yep, sure will. Oh, we still have our leader. Okay, finish him off. We're doing really good here. I feel like everything's flowing pretty well. I mean, I even kind of fubbed this one up pretty badly, and we're still fine. But it has an end. Oh, that's good. The ants look like lizardmen? How dare you? How dare you? Imagine someone saying that. I don't know why they have a tail. They're almost like, I don't know, silverfish or something rather than ants, but just pretend with me, all right? Okay, we can get to you. Sure. It's a caster, so it doesn't have retaliation. And then you don't walk through the stinky flowers, and then charge him. I'm pretty happy with that result, especially with the fub up I had. Okay, 3 and 3 and a 67 draft. You'll love to see it. We're still in pretty good shape. Okay, so 2 skirmishers that can freeze me, 2 guys who are gonna burp and stun me, hindering blast, and a slow. This is gonna hurt, but I think I'm doing it anyways. Time for a coffee. Yeah, I was actually gonna say, before we do this fight, I am gonna take my tea break. We're coming up on 2 hours, so I need to grab it. I didn't even have time to make tea before we started. That's how rushed I was. So let's go ahead and do that quick. So for anyone who doesn't know, I put a 5-minute break into YouTube here. You may get an ad during that. If you're not blocking them, I appreciate the pennies from you. I would encourage you to get up, get a stretch and a drink of your own, and I will be right back, and we will carry on with this bloody picnic, I suppose. You gonna work? Sure are. All right, I will be right back. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you got yourself a stretch and a drink. We tell YouTube that we are back. Okay, let's do this. This one's gonna be a little harder, I have a feeling. I'm kind of expecting we'll probably get a loss here, as in a unit. Let's do it. Now we do have our AoE heal, so I do think we will pop that really early. Yeah, he's getting that Fetrid Belch is that stun I keep talking about. So Roop has a lot of CC here. Alright, and sadly I think I'm gonna have to let them get the Alpha Strike on me. Alright, so move up there, move up there. There. Okay, and then you. Okay, we could do all that. You know what, though? What if we put the spider out front first? Oh, I can't do both. Let's get the spider out first anyways. I'm gonna want that. What do you do if I walk through you? Units passing through there or in their turn will become distracted. Please don't become distracted, Mr. Spider. Instead, walk over here and eat all those attacks that are incoming. Saving your heal, not moving. Not moving. Alright, what are you gonna do? Freeze my spider is what you're gonna do. Alright, well, better him than me. Hit the spider too. No! Okay, I think we can still clear status debuff though. I hate that. Okay, so does yours clear a status debuff? Have one status, negative status removed. Yes. Do it. Our first in combat spell. It's amazing. Okay, we got a little bit of healing, we got some regen, and we did remove a negative. Unfortunately, we didn't hit the freeze here, which would have been nice. Okay, before we go sprinting off, do we want to cast our other spell? We're still a little bit wounded. We could cast Commander's Call. A little bit of morale doesn't hurt, and some extra HP. We still have wounds on everybody. Let's do it. Yeah, a little extra morale. Maybe we can get some extra crits. And then next turn we'll probably do our other spell too. That's how worried I am about this combat. Okay. Okay, if I avoid this side a little bit, maybe we can buy one more turn. Although we don't have the most terrain to work with. I think we just have to go in on him. Do it. Big hit. Big hit. Momentum. Bam. Cancel retaliation. Do set them on fire. Okay, then... As much as I would normally want a shield unit here, I'd rather my shield unit lives than my ogre. So I think the ogre's gonna go here. Then... I'm gonna have you do your teleport to here. And you are gonna get started on the flyer. That is their tier 3 unit. I wish that had been down to half. Okay, run to there. Okay, you also... Okay, we can buff most of our units here. Give some momentum. I don't need to do that, so we'll just get him on fire too. Resisted burning. Not even legal. Alright, go ahead and hit him. Alright, so what is this exactly? Deals damage to target unit. Based on missing health, the target has increased chance to get bleeding and sundered defense. Cooldown 1. Do it. Beautiful. 18 damage and a big bleed. Okay. Well, I guess if we did it earlier, maybe we wouldn't have gotten this under defense, but it would have been nice to have that up when we were shooting him. All right. Just survive, team. Just survive. Oh, my poor ogre. It's all ogre now. This is poor dude. Oh my goodness, they're totally killing him. No surprises there. All right, incoming belches. No, no belches. Okay. Soon, TM, soon. Okay, so man, if he had lived even a little bit, I could have healed him. But he lived not a bit. All right, kill the big boy. That's their tier 3 dead, so that's something. My spiders woke up. What is yours? You have web. You have web. 2 hexes. I think there's a world where this hits. It's been a while. I don't remember the targeting perfectly. Okay, yes. Do that. Well, there you go. Slowed and immobilized. That means no retaliation hits. What do I want to do here? Do I move over and then hit him? This guy's kind of trapped. All right. Because he's slowed, he doesn't get retaliation, so I'm going to move here and hit. Sucks a little bit because he's going to get a rear attack on me, but I want to free him up. And I think we want to spread out a little bit so we don't get burped on everybody. Also, we can eat, so I'm gonna have a frosty before we head out. Nom nom nom. We'll head over here. Hopefully we're not both burpable. Good crit. You'll like to see that. 25% chance we almost kill him. Very tempting. 70% chance for a good chunk. Ditto. I think we can rush this guy down the easiest. Our ogre boy will be missed. That's true. You know, he fit in all right. He was a hungry boy too. I felt we had a little bit of camaraderie going on. That's okay though. We'll eat him too. Nothing goes to waste around here. I wish I had a damage spell. Rip spider. He wore out. He'll be back. He'll be back. Okay, no burps. What? Would you just burp and get it over with? You're throwing my stress levels crazy because I keep expecting everyone to get stunned. Okay. Sure. I'll take it. Yeah, our heal is not up yet. Get the kill. Okay, you could certainly use some HP, and you haven't eaten yet, so go ahead and eat the werevant. Nom 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 nom. Okay, and then... Is there a world where I can get there? No. I don't want to attack when he's got full oomph, although... Obscured. That obscure is killing me. It's not even glare, it's just regular obscure. Alright, that's fine. We'll get it. I would like to light you on fire, but we're obscured again! Fine, I like the guy full of alcohol on fire. I'm sure that'll work out. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that is giving him 3. I don't know. That first time must have just been a fluke, or there must have been something I missed. Because that does seem to be working there. Could we rotate the shield guy out? I mean, he could rotate with somebody, but then who's gonna tank? Like, somebody has to be here, right? Yeah, and you're gonna get started. Do it. No crits or anything. I was kind of expecting that. Not a surprise. Okay, we do get our burning on retaliation attacks too. That's interesting. And he burns to death. Okay. I'm down. Alright, so if we teleport to here. Not obscured now, are you? Yes, you are, because you're in the trees. I hate this unit so much. Yeah, crit him again. Let him know how we feel. There you go. 27 food, 27 mana. And finished our quest. You have encapsulated the Frost Werewolf in a large litherite crystal. Legally distinct, don't sue me, Nintendo. The Eternal Sages have already spied on your triumph. Contact you from afar. You have done well, Queen of the Desert. Your emissary speaks to you. At last, we can satiate our curiosity and learn what there is to know about Frost Werewolves. The Eternal Sages are eager to study the Frost Werewolf. Will you complete the quest and return it? Yes. I could gain a Frost Werewolf. No, totally not worth it. Okay, so I want... Where even is that? I want to go talk to those guys. You're not going to be on here, are you? Free City, you. Trade. All right, so one of the things that's really nice about these people, they have some special stuff that you normally don't get. So we could buy some magic items. That's kind of cool, whatever. You could get a unit if you wanted. But this, the Litherite Scroll. If I spend 300 mana, we get +1 affinity all. That's really good, because that'll let us start ticking up the Empire tree for everything. And it might help us unlock some tomes later on. So I'm probably going to do that if we can get to 300 mana. I believe this is unique, so I think only one person can buy that. As we go up in renown or rank or whatever, as they like us more, we'll have other things we can do. So yeah, that'll be useful. Speaking of which, I totally forgot, because I always forget. We should have given our main city our... It's not that button. That button. Our Whispering Stone. I should have done that on turn 1. It's alright. Okay, we are down 1, but just in time, we have a new friend on the way. He'll join us next turn, and we'll go eat these. 7 turns till we're over-harvested. Okay, so you would like 2 farms. We have 2 farms. You would like 2 farms. We have 2 farms. All right, so we can build a gold mine. 10 turns till it's over-harvested. Okay, so we need 1... Oh, we could do this one too. I'm gonna actually do this one as a quarry. Now they're very mad. They demand a bar. Okay, but I'll tell you what. We don't have any other special resources nearby. So in 10 turns, we're going to be looking at moving our city. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, we replaced him. We have enough to get somebody. Let's get another scout. And let's build another raider. All right, take off that way. Was it the ogre? It was the ogre. You wanted us to remind you to build a special builder. I can't use it yet, but thank you. Keep that up. So the special one is War Camp. Gives us draft. I have to claim the province anyways before we could build it. Gives us draft and then does pillagey things. Yes, good reminder though. All right, this guy, I don't even know where we're going. Okay, we finally found something. I don't really want to get attacked by a haunted graveyard. I guess I'll chance it. They're still sleeping. Excuse me. Excuse me. Don't let me wake you up. It's fine. All right, nothing to do there. Nothing to do there. Okay, we leveled up again. Bolster defense to affected units with our heal, or we could give them a strengthened. I mean, the strengthened sounds kind of good. Just some extra damage. We also have our level 4. Okay, we could take Initiate of Chaos. For a caster like this, Inspiring Killing, we're not really going to get a lot of kills. Searing Strike, we're not probably going to do a lot of damage. Initiative of the Materium. Purging Strikes could be good. We can use it to strip positives. If we don't move, we get extra defense and resistance. That's all right. Initiative of Nature. Blight Strikes. This is a little more on theme with us. We are going to have some poison stuff. Pack Leader, Animals. We're not really going to do Animals. Flanker would be good on other people, not really for us. I don't love these, if I'm being honest. I think I'm going to take this for Still as Stone. While the leader of the army... Okay, I guess the Chaos one does give 10% crit chance, which is kind of nice. 10 extra HP, though. We are HP stacking. Let's go with the HP. We'll go with the HP. I don't know. We can always respec once later. Yeah, we'll give him some random blight damage. Why not? Okay, Attuned Gaudier. Yeah. Okay, Channeled Ritualing allows you to cast an additional spell this turn. Heal for 10, enter defense mode, or Quickened. I see. This takes our turn. This one does not. Do I care? Being able to get a little bit of a heal and be in defensive mode is probably better for this guy. We're not trying to, like, run up and melee things. I'm not really using that yet, though. Let's see what else we could grab. Healing and effect. Healing. We're not... I guess that's fine. Whenever you cast a spell, this unit gets... damage con... Not really doing that either. We're not really doing any of this at the moment. Maybe we do continue to work over here. Alright, I'm going to get the protective wild growth. Let's give it a try. Like I said, if it sucks, we can always do a respec. Okay, negotiation succeeded. The rocks love us, and we love our rocks. Yep. You should totally give me a new quest in 6 turns. Whoops. Back to you. Okay, that's end of turn. Go. Okay, T. Ready or not, here I come. I need you. Yeah, you know I'm in a hurry when I didn't have time to brew tea before we started streaming. Yeah, that's where it is. Outpost founded. Okay. I never know what to do on this. Should I build these first, or should we just build the town? I feel like we just build the town. Because it's better to start getting the pop growth, etc., etc. 200, and we have it. Let's do it. Let's get founding as fast as possible. Okay, here. Come there. Come over here. Get them. Go. Ants and rocks being allies makes sense. That's true. That's true. The rocks are the defensive siege specialists, and the ants are the offensive siege specialists. If you ever had ants, they definitely are siege experts. Tunnelers, to be precise. Although they're not above climbing in either. What are you? A pyre moth. Burning dust. Well, that sounds horrific. And we got some bacon and another blood maggot. Those are probably a delicacy somewhere. Okay, let's get up here. We're going to want to set up for a heal. I could have done that slightly differently, but that's fine. I think if you're turning it into a city, do it ASAP. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I don't know. It just seems like the work camp and getting a free pop would be good, but maybe it's better just to get going. Okay. He is totally gonna spray me. I think we're gonna engage them. So let's go ahead and pop our heal. Some regeneration, go. All right, who's getting charged? Okay, we get to do the bonus damage from this. That's actually better on somebody who can attack multiple times though, and that would be him. All right, run to here and hit him. Okay, you actually teleport closer. Go to here. I'm going next to this because it gives me free lightning damage. No line of sight. I lied. Well, I didn't. It would give me the damage, but I can't see anything. All right, step aside. Fire at him. Lame. Still got 2 shots. I guess it's fine. What? What? Oh, okay. That was just the... No, that did do damage. I thought he had to eat to do that. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Okay, you're gonna circle around. You're gonna get closer. And I guess we should take a pot shot. Light the bacon on fire. Get that cooking. You were looking for lightning damage? True. True. Alright, what's this thing? I don't remember this moth. Okay. Yep. That's a fire attack, yep. I can't disagree with that. Okay, what if the fire moth didn't exist anymore though? Just hypothetically speaking. What if it just didn't exist anymore? That would be kind of cool. Because that really hurt. Yeah, that's yep. Okay, and let's heal him. Please don't teleport behind me. Okay, it does seem to pull towards, not teleport just anywhere. Now, unfortunately, I can't give him momentum. I could have done that in a different order and we could have had momentum. So, oops. Nothing to eat. If we go up here... Alright, let's eat him. Nom nom nom. I love how they wipe their lips. Wipe my mandibles after eating. Okay. No retaliation. You get up there and attack. Get that lightning bonus. That's one small parasite to hit an ant. I mean, have you ever seen the fungus that mind controls ants? It's what Last of Us was based on. Waddle, waddle, waddle. Okay, let's actually do a little test here on this. Okay, so that's multiple things. Obscuring. Unit in this location is obscured. 40% harder to hit with ranged attacks. Slowing. The combat speed cost for moving through here is doubled. Shock units attacking from this hex have their charge attacks blocked. Okay. And missed. Units that end their turn here gain clinging mist. Okay, so this is fine as long as I don't let the enemy get into it. Basically. Which is fine. So they have a chance to miss me and a chance to fumble now. No wonder they attacked the guy behind us. The court sept, yep. Alright. Bonk. But that did not give us our charge attack, so that is true. So we'll do him. That was not what I wanted. I wanted him. I guess it's fine because we attacked from the rear. I just didn't want to eat a retaliation for no reason. And bonk. Alright, despite the horrendous fire attack, that's still fine. Okay, we still have this thing. We do have this. That is so killable. And we do get a big bonus from that. We have this quest, though. We have 13 turns. I don't think we care yet. 13 turns is a long time. I think we're going to go clear out that graveyard. Because we have Fabled Hunters, those are just so incredibly juicy for us. I do see a lookout over here. If we can find a way through the lava. Oh, and I just found where we're moving our city to. Hello, friends. I mean food, I mean friends. I can't wait to eat new people. You're not even insect people. Wow, gross. You and I are not the same queen of the desert, decides the elder, but that does not mean that there cannot be peace between the small wild Weredens and the Red Sand Raiders. Once our tribes work together, we will achieve great things. Our ancestral spirit, the Dune Serpent, will smile down upon us. Clever that you picked the Dune Serpent on a sand world. I don't like that. I don't like clever people. Although you might be delicious. We'll leave you alone for now, because we're not there to eat you yet. Friends are food, not fish. That's right. Unless your friend is a fish, but then he might also be food. Oh man, a monster den just spawned. Remember, we have the respawning monster dens. I might need to actually take that out before we go do the graveyard. Yep. I'm gonna have regrets about leaving that turned on, aren't I? Oh god. We're not killing that. They have a tier 5 moth. A primordial pyre moth. Okay, well, we're not killing that. We're not killing that anytime soon. That kind of makes me want to make sure we pack up and leave sooner rather than later. Maybe you are back on the menu, friend. I'm gonna have to walk through here too. I wonder if the Pyre Moth is one of the new desert units. I know they did some new ones / rework some of them. Okay, Wayfarer enchantment. Okay, here we go. Bred for War is our minor race enchantment. The draft provides vision in a 3-hex radius from this province at the center. Enemy units in this province suffer marked. It's not bad. I think we're going to take our enchant though. We're also going to enchant our scouts. Okay, here, keep scouting. We do need to know where other future meals are going to be coming from. Is this what is the ocean? No? Question mark? How do I get down there? I guess over here? Okay, and I want you to try, oh, there's a city there that hates me. You don't even know me. How could you hate me yet already? That doesn't seem right. All right, we are up to tier 2, which is great. We can recruit Striders and the Lieutenant. I would like a Lieutenant, please. Okay, I'm not casting that. No, thank you. Infestation is here. Yeah, I hate it. Thanks. I literally can't do anything against that. There's no way we're killing 10 units, much less a tier 5. With 3 tier 3s. And a big support. Yeah, that's like a double army thing. We're not doing that anytime soon. That's not great. Does Strider level up into Aragon at some point? You'll have to check. I'm not sure. Some may consider you a god. I do not. I know your weakness. I know how to make even a Gadir bleed. fear the power of Nilzadum, for your time has come. Wow, imagine just randomly hating someone. Gross. They're just jealous of my city. We discovered the ash well. One need only witness the devastation volcanoes precipitate to understand its arcane potential and mythical allure. Some possess these fiery chasms serve as portals to Abadoth. I have yet to confirm whether the fiends encountered here emerged from the Molten Heart itself, or they simply claimed it as their home. If we took land near this, we would get some extra mana. There would be volcanic eruptions in combat. We gain Volcanic Heart. Units cannot regenerate. Well, that sucks. City within 3 provinces gain the ability to recruit internal fiends and magma spirits. Could be kind of cool. Okay, I think I'm ready to put this guy on auto, and I think I'm ready to put this guy on auto. I like to spread them out to make sure they don't all go in the same direction. And you, I think you also get to go auto. They do good enough. Okay, well, this is really awkward. This is doubly awkward. You're actually gonna attack my thing. Don't you even dare think about that. What an absolute joke of an army. Maybe we're gonna go eat him first. Okay, we're building the tavern because we're sad bugs. Then we're gonna get the stonemason. Heroes. I'm gonna be too broke, aren't I? Because I'm always too broke. Yep. Alright, we'll look at them when I have money. Okay, we could pick up Impressment. Tier 1 units gain 100% experience from combat. I will actually take that. We do have a couple tier 1 units. I think I'm gonna really regret turning on those respawning infestations. I think I'm gonna really regret that. Okay, we have new city. Who dis? I think we start with raider tents. Or do we start with workshop? I think we start with raider tents. Gotta get that food flowing. And I'm broke, so don't do anything else. All right, now you. Oh, they got a Harambe. A pike unit. I'm pretty sure we can take this, though. I'm pretty sure we can take that. Habble regret never, huh? Respawn with good price. If I survive, I'm worried they're gonna come destroy my cities. Okay, that's showing that we wouldn't win. The Spellblade hero. Well, we have less odds to win. I should rephrase that. Defending units have Hasten, Swift, and Slippery. Yeah, that would be why. Can I take that? I think we can take this. I think we can take this. There may be regrets. Yeah, I do. I just got the ability to do it, but we don't have the money. Okay, they are not close enough for me to get a good engage, so I should just back up here. If you go there... Okay, that's out of range. Okay, turn around. I gotta be really careful in this combat, so we're gonna make sure we're doing things by the book here. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. done. You go ahead and get the heal rolling. We're broke both. Yeah, you can't eat money. Not yet. Okay, just sundered defense, and they waddled closer. I mean, you're looking pretty chargeable, Clementia Shadowbiter. Talking a lot of crap for somebody that's got kidneys in range. Okay, let's go here. Okay, don't need that. Blapper. Okay, and that cancels her retaliations. Okay, you're gonna go to there and be sad. You are gonna also go here. Okay, half, and she's on fire. Run to there. Okay, let's hold your turn. I may give us some defensive vines. I may attack. Okay, bad odds here. Bad odds all around. She's already on fire. Let's see if we can get him on fire. Okay, yes is the answer. Okay, and then bats are gonna come try to eat me. That's okay though. I think we're gonna go here just to try to block our hero. Only 35. 5%. Okay, we're not killing that. We're not killing any of this stuff. We'll take the best shot we have, which is still pretty crappy. Alright, that's fine. I don't care who we hit, I guess. Okay. Do we put vines out? I think the answer is probably yes. Or do we attack? We're not killing with the attack. It's only one shot. I think we're gonna vine. And we're gonna protect these units. That other charger, it does have slippery, so it won't instantly die. If we could just get her killed, next turn would be glorious. Okay, distracted, that's whatever. Okay, well, that was pretty painful. Just don't die. Just have 1 HP. All I ask. 1 HP left. His slippery went off. And he got killed. Nope, nope, never mind. His slippery just went off. But he got killed. Okay. And that hero did manage to get out of there. Oh man, that sucks that we were able to do that to him. Okay, I think we cancel your retaliation. Okay, and then you... I knew that was going to come back to bite us. Trade spots with him. And then whiff helplessly into that. Okay. Not to put any pressure on you or anything, but if this doesn't die, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Pretty low. Throw a spider out. Okay, get the kill. Okay. We've traded 1 for 1. His was a higher tier unit so far. Get them, spiders. Spiders eat bats, right? Okay, that actually was pretty decent. That actually was pretty decent. Done. Okay, I like it. The fumble is real. You should fumble again. Okay, he healed 10 out of that. Okay, he shot his own unit. I love it. You should do that more. Okay, so low. If he had not killed that second shock unit when he did. Okay, my regeneration wore off. Man, so many bad shots here. I am free here. I think this is it. Okay. So. God, he's like a. Why are you immune to that? 5% chance to hit is ridiculous. Just literally. I mean, a shrub apparently is good enough. Okay, well, I'm gonna go hit you with this. Do it. Get low enough that the fire kills him, maybe? Okay, the burning is still ongoing, 2 HP. So you'll die at the end of your next turn, but... Okay, Mortal Blessing. So these guys are dark, I'm pretty sure. Dark culture. Okay, we would eat a bajillion attacks probably from that. If we move here, we could shoot him really hard. Alright, let's go here. Of course he managed to get into my mist. This is what people were talking about, Fey Mist. You get the special sight so that you can counter the mist when people get into it. Okay, I think we're killing the piglets. I don't think we have a good shot at that. So I'm gonna go to here. And we're gonna take this down. You're gonna be ever so slightly alive, aren't you? Alright, hit him. God, if only I could find one more attack somewhere. Oh, I have one. I can have you move. I also have my heal up. I'm gonna heal the bats too if I do it. What if I do a spell instead? That does not hit him. Let's do the spell instead. I don't want to heal those stupid things. They're gonna heal as it is. We'll take the extra morale. Okay, I can't do an attack from here because he's touching me, but if I move here... 50-50, go! Pork! Yes! Okay. Good. Alright, and then you are kind of pinned, but you can eat the pork. Okay, you're gonna have a bad turn next turn. I can already tell you. Nowhere I can move gets me to not take an attack of opportunity, and nowhere I move allows me to attack. Give someone momentum, that doesn't really do anything. I could yank somebody over here, so I could pull him to here. Doesn't really change anything. He doesn't need the heal. Man, I wish this guy had slippery. I could just defend. We're gonna get blapped by this guy. I think we just defend. That sucks. That feels real bad. Please burn to death. I like it. I like it even more. I'll take that. Okay, he moved out of the misty area, although it's not mist anymore. Okay, I think we managed to weather that storm. For now. Okay, what are you gonna do? Ow! Yeah, get it. No. No, sit down. I'm gonna eat you last. Jerk. Meat. Jerked meat, probably. Alright. You are my biggest problem. Let's run to here and blap you. And conk. The big thing here... Oh, he has expert charge defense. I was gonna say the big thing is we can cancel his retaliations, but that just isn't true. So there you go. 40% chance we kill you. Do it. Do you believe in dice? Well, you better start believing in dice because we gambling. Okay, then you go to here. You're gonna disappear soon, so do your web. Okay. He resists. Ah! He resists the freeze. This dude is just literally grabbed onto my freaking Dustweaver's leg. He's just literally got his arms like wrapped around his leg, and we're like dragging him as we're trying to get away. Cancel stun. No, I'm an expert defense. Fine. Freezing web. No, I resist your freeze. Hit you in the back of the head with a blackjack. I'm immune to stun. Okay, this has a lot of little brother energy. Anyone have a little brother that you had to play games with, and like they would just make up rules where they always won? That's what this is going on here. That's what's going on here. Okay. Move here. We can't do trade places for one turn, so we're just gonna chill. In that case, I'm gonna go here so I can give him defense too. I will move you out via this guy. That's what we'll do. I don't want to take an attack of opportunity from this if I can help it in any way, shape, or form. I might need to save the heal to hit him, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I think we're just going to get our heal going. To try to keep him alive. Do I just take it and back up? I don't think I do. Like, that's a hard hit. If I pull him here, we release the archers. If I pull him, it does nothing. Feels bad, man. Well, my spider's evaporated. How did you run past that without triggering that? How did all of you do that? Does he have no zone of control? What's going on there? It's just sundered resistance. Oh. Counter slow. Okay, that's not slippery. Ah, there it is. Swiftness. Okay. That makes more sense. And of course he lets him go. Now after all that work, he just lets him go. And they're all in the bushes, so I can't hit them. Take the best chance we have. Okay, I'm already happy with that result, even if we miss both of those. Yeah, I'm already happy with that. Okay, start by eating this. Cannibalism is coming up a lot. Is all I'm saying. Okay, what if I move here, we pull him, we got momentum because of how far he moved, and then we go in here and hit him. I do like this pull thing. This is a lot of strategic options that opens up. Like a lot. Okay, no matter what, you have crappy odds of actually hitting this guy. In that case, you get there, you here. 25% chance we win. No. All right, fine. Oh, man. Do we want a war counter? I don't know what you're talking about. We could have a dinner counter, maybe. Ant served. Yeah, run, curs. Better run. Yeah, I'll take victory. Man. All right, but they said we didn't have good odds. We didn't lose anything of value. You've scavenged equipment from the defeated heroes. We got a mount. We got a true seeing seed of frugality. Units in the army have minus 10% upkeep, and so we have true sight. Sure. And we got the boots of freedom. Very fast movement and swift, immune to slow and immobilize. A bunch of food, which will help our new town. Yes. All right, but unfortunately, do you think he has 2 units? He probably doesn't, right? Like, he probably doesn't have 2 units. And I have a replacement on the way. What if... Well, I'm really wounded. All right, let's get out of enemy territory and heal a little bit more. I think we're gonna go try to siege that. And we're gonna build right here, and we're gonna put that war camp down, because screw this guy. We need to attack before he gets a chance to rebuild, though. Okay, so build me a quarry here. And then build me the war camp? You can't because you're not tier 2. Okay. Build me another raider. Actually, don't, because we need to save money for a hero. Sad. Okay. Fine. Be that way. I didn't even want a hero. Okay. Seafaring will not be needed on this map, I'm gonna assume. We could grab excavation. Probably not gonna need that anytime soon. Okay, I don't care about either of those. Heroes want to join me. Where's the discount hero bin? No, the deep discount bin. We need, like, paste eater. That's about the level we're looking for here. Okay, in my crypts, we could sell the remains. I'm gonna wait till next turn because they might resurrect her. But that would get next turn. We'll have enough gold to get a hero if we sell the body. 2 very upstanding gentlemen. Don't even worry about it. Oh, but I don't have a building queued up. It's probably better to get the hero. It's probably better to get the hero. The memory bias only goes in one direction? Of all the times we got screwed, you mean? Okay, he's just like throwing random animals at me at this point. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Alright, you there. I mean, I'm not gonna say no to free XP. Also, we're still a tiny bit low, so I do need to sell. So I want to do... I never can remember where that button is. No. Yes, correct. You. Sell remains. A very upstanding gentleman said he had only the purest intentions when we sold that corpse. Alright, now... Hero. Recruit. Okay, we can afford even the best. We can get ones that don't even eat paste. Also wear giant antlers. Okay, another arcane. We're already a mage king, so I don't really want an arcane governor who's an elitist. A fortifying governor. That could be good. We could rotate that around and make our city defensive buildings a little cheaper. I don't hate that. Prospector. Getting a city income to 200 is unlikely for us. Does like to clear minor nodes. That's pretty doable though. It's a warlock. I don't hate that. We don't have a battle mage, and we've already got our support unit, so I kind of want casters for the most part for my heroes, is what I'm thinking. All right, we can go down to the discount bin. Notice they don't have cool hats. That's extra. A battle saint, defender would be fine, and another ritualist who's also fortifying. I'm feeling this one. Can I? Oh, hold on. You're a hobbit. Oh. Dear. I don't really want that. Doesn't matter for us. So they're not going to get the racial transformations. How much do I care? I care a little bit. Why are our high-level ones coming from them? That's annoying. Okay, a conqueror would be good. That's something we can definitely do. Extra food from farms. That's not terrible. And his renown level 4 would counter part of our penalty for being nomads. Shinosuke votes for another ritualist. I do like to have some variety, but you can't really argue with results. Instructor's not the worst. Fortifying governor, I already talked about. It's not the worst. All right. All right. You're in. You're not very red, though. What's up with that? I guess he hasn't molted yet. Okay. Do we wait around here? I think the answer is probably yes. We have that might attack us, and he doesn't have any units at the moment. So we're recruiting a lieutenant. Over here, we're recruiting a raider. I have nothing I can currently build. I should make you the governor. Now you're not at renown 1, so we don't get the discount yet. Shrine could be put in, boosted, but I don't really care about the shrine. I kind of need the vendor. Kind of want the raider tents. Raider tents also do gold. And we do share a border with an enemy right now. All right, raider tents. I'm in. That's as much money as a marketplace or whatever the thing is. Okay, you attack. Thank you for picking ritualist. Is that the same as thank you for smoking? Oh, I'll have to bear with it through this combat. Okay, you are gonna want to spit on me because you're disrespectful. It's a disrespectful spider. You're a bear. You want to do cone attacks. And you're a bat that's really loud. Okay. Don't have too much to say about most of that. Mr. Hero, just move out of the way. Sure. 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 Yeah, let's just get the heal rolling. Get that regen going and whatnot. We don't share a border with the enemy, we share a border with future food. That's right. Sometimes it's about the food we eat on the way. What was the... Oh, shoot. What was that game called? Rampage World Tour. And one of the things... It was like you played like a Godzilla or a giant lizard. Like you played a kaiju and you had to like break down skyscrapers and like eat people. And it was like... What was the tagline to that game? It was like... Travel the world, eat interesting people. I think is what it was. That was such a fun game. I played that on the original arcade. And then I got it on the, I think, Super Nintendo? Or maybe that was in 64. I don't remember. But I do remember that was a fun game. The co-op was really fun too, but the camera sucked because all camera sucks when you're sharing a screen. Okay, I think we're gonna do chargy things here and chargy things there. Possibly chargy things everywhere. I don't think there's a lot of finesse here. I think we literally just go hit the bear in the face. Uh-huh. And then we're gonna go charge him in the face. I would love it if we could blitz this spider down so he doesn't get a chance to web us, but with that amount of HP, probably not happening. All right, and then these are gonna flank or something, so let's just go over here. And we'll just set up to try to intercept. My archers. This is gonna fly right here, I bet. %50 chance. Let's do it. Oh. Alright, well, it wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst. Do I just eat that? Okay, I don't have line of sight very good over there. Nor over there. Alright, we'll just eat the web. It's gonna happen. Alright, and here... Alright, what if we ran to here... and then next turn we can summon our spider and do the same thing to him. The only thing that can beat spiders are bigger spiders. I played a newer version of that game on a cruise ship, which was occasionally swapped to the original. Nice. Played the hell out of that thing? Yeah. It was a fun game. For just like an arcadey, turn your mind off and do things like punching the buildings and like the kick attack. Very satisfying. Very satisfying. What have you missed? We ate a hobbit. That was pretty delicious. We did lose one unit, which did suck, but it was what it was. Okay, so you did do what I thought you were gonna do. All right, what if we summon the spider here, and then the spider spits the web there. Ha! Ha! I am the master now. And then you give momentum to him. And then you run here and use the momentum. Yeah, like that. Alright, not perfect or anything, but that was a decent enough turn. Alright, we did end up being a little bit free with this guy, and you don't have a way to get momentum. So we run over here. And then these guys can pull him. Come up here, please. Yes. And then we charge the bear again. Now that was not 3 hexes, so I understand why that one didn't get momentum. Although technically we moved 4 spaces. We went 1, 2... Actually, we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How did we not get that? That was 5 spaces I total moved. So it is definitely not distance traveled. It's definitely distance away from where you started. I don't like that, actually. I feel like we should be able to pull off the line and then charge back in. But that means we'll never get momentum. That's weird. Okay, archers. I'm going to reposition for the better shot because I think we're going to be firing for multiple rounds. That 50% on the first shot really takes away some of the sting of having to move. All right, bear, show me what you got. Bat's running away because he's a coward. Checks out. Of course you attack my unit that actually matters. The bear fumbled. By the way, that is a gigantic bear. Holy crap. I never realized how big that was. Barely could contain himself. Okay, down. And the bat ran away. Cool. That is excellent. That's like bear cavalry material right there. We get, ooh, yummy, 123 production for our new city and some rune leggings. Is that actually something for my ruler? Do you wear pants? You do wear pants. I'm sorry. Boots of Freedom, very fast movement and swift. Ignores the effect of slowing, immune to being slowed and immobilized. Yeah, that seems like a don't kill me item. And will lower the cost of your army, even though it's not too expensive right now. Okay, and we can level up. Okay, summon 3 wild vines. That's good. I guess as long as I'm casting it on my units so that the vines can't take up the spot. Or protected wild growth gains grace. I wonder if we get that for at least 3 days. Grace is really nice because grace is when you take damage, you heal for 10. So it's just like having healing stored up on your unit. And that does apply to full life units too. At the end of this unit's turn, gain obscured until you move and create obscuring. I don't know if I want to be doing that. That's probably too much fog all over the place. True strike. That would be nice. That would have countered that bat getting in there. So I do kind of like going this way. Intwind. Floral obstacle. Okay. Also, we could go this route. We could get the strength. That would be kind of nice. I do tend to use that almost every combat. Destroy a corpse and create a flora. Friendly units get temporary hit points and regeneration. Okay, yeah, let's go for some more healing. So let's get the strength buff. No, sword. We don't care about the sword. Okay, and I can't really move too far because I want him to be in my army. We're not in the enemy territory, so we're getting our full heal. If he doesn't have a secondary army, I'm totally going to go eat him. I'm doing it right now. Okay, that almost finished off our tents, so that was actually totally worthwhile. We finished the tavern, so we can be happy bugs. Done. By the way, this map is absolutely horrific. So was it Eric who taunted me into rolling this? What a hellscape that we live in. Maybe it's just the South Pole. Maybe things are better if we travel north. I mean, that's how those stories always end, right? You just have to travel further. At the end of the road, it'll be paradise. Did you just move here? I don't remember you. All right, bread for war. Me too, buddy. All right, Enchanted Crow would let us scout better. We have a lot of scouting to do. Mentorship would help us catch up on XP. We're not currently using a lot of units that this would affect, so I think that one's out for now. So either we take Mentorship for the XP or we take Crows for the scouting. I think we're gonna take... I'm gonna take the Crows. That's a hard choice, though. That's a really hard choice. All right, get in my army. Move towards his capital. Did he just literally build straight for me? Oh, that's not his territory. What or is it? It is. Okay, for a second I thought it was part of that den, but it's not. I'm not seeing an army. And there's also loot here on the ground that nobody picked up. Okay, you are just gonna camp out here for a couple turns. Sorry, friend. I know it's boring. I just really need you here. Okay, we can annex another spot. Now this one, we don't have any other special things to pick up. So we should pick up something that's gonna help us here. I mean, in all honesty, we really need to get our library up and running. So let's grab our one forester. Yes. They claim, wow, you just literally building straight for me. I'm gonna really enjoy eating you. Let's queue up that library. We'll get some cookbooks stocked up. Trophy stores. I mean, this is in effect. This is in effect. Pretty decent odds that we kill this guy before this matters, though. That's a lot of gold and a lot of food. Let's get the workshop first, and then we'll think about it. Because that's 10 turns is a long time. I mean, this campaign will probably be like 200 turns, right? So that's 1/20th of the game building that one unit, or one building. Just ask Frodo about the end of the road. Why didn't we just ride the eagles? Have to wander for 40 years? Oh, I hope this stream doesn't last 40 years. Hope the channel does, but not this stream. Okay, I am gonna take the free stuff, and then I'm gonna go knock on heaven's door. Anybody home? A little bit home. You're a new person. You have 2 hound. Okay, you are very edible. Start the siege. Do we have any siege projects? We do. Okay, so I don't need to rush this. When the walls are breached, gain 50 gold per tier of the city. Okay, that's fine. I only can fit 2. I don't want to do headlong assault because that wounds us. The enemy takes 20 physical damage. So I'm thinking we're going to undermine the walls. And we're going to harass defenders. Does that make sense to you guys? Babble in the retirement home. Hey builders, and welcome back to Dominions 10. Wow. We make it to Dominions 10. Dude, well, okay, the alternative is they're still wheeling me in my crypto coffin to work. So, you know, I would much rather be in the retirement home streaming than the alternatives. Okay, nobody seems to have an opinion on this, so I'm gonna go that route. I hate to spend the 100 gold, but breaking those walls, we don't really have a way to get over or negate them, so I think that's fine. Alright, we sieging, boys. Okay, maybe I should bring my other hero over here. I could pillage this. We get some sort of bonus for that. And we just got a lieutenant, so he's probably wanting to go to the front lines. Alright, and then we'll do a Dust Weaver for that army. I even have a little bit of gold left over. What is this? What is this? And you're making a raider. And I'll queue up a Wind Warrior. We're living the bug life here. Okay, we can queue another province. Okay, now on this one... Okay, we can harvest this. We can harvest this, and we can harvest this. Sheep would probably make sense. That's iron ore, though, and I think I would rather build fast. You gotta build fast. But I'm also poor. I'll do the quarry. Okay, bread for war. We'll start getting that ready. Go. As long as we don't get destroyed by that spawner that came in, I feel like this is going pretty well. And that's a dangerous thought for me to have. That's a real dangerous thought. All right, 2 turns on the siege. I don't even think we're going to get here in time to pillage this. Now that I think about it, that's okay. Okay, we are building the library, getting those cookbooks stocked. Our new hero leveled up. Okay, now you have some different things you could pick. So over here, extra healing, extra XP. And this is not combat XP. This is just all XP. I think because you're gonna kind of be just hanging back for a little bit, I'm gonna grab the XP thing to start us off. Kind of a greed pick here, but that's okay. You can put on some leggings and be a fancy ant. Okay, and then you can't really do much else. Empire skill. Gain 3 gold per unit tier of units killed in combat. Why, yes, I would like gold. Founding or absorbing a city takes -2 turns. Newly founded or absorbed cities get +1 pop. Yes. Outpost costs 25% less gold. Yes. I need to save up and build another city though, so I think we're gonna hold off on any more. Yeah, that was part of my week in Shinosuke, was getting my tax stuff together. I hate that. I hate that a lot. I hate the feeling of owing anybody anything. I don't even like it when like my recurring bills haven't processed. I just want to be not thinking about it. So I absolutely hate it. Into the den of the spider hunter. Oh, we hate spiders. Do you consider me brave enough to hunt a spider? Katin the life bringer. Go and win your honor, Katin. Kakin. I keep having to add T to that. He wants to go kill this one. He's got gumption. I can't say he doesn't have gumption. All right, you can do that, but you gotta wait for an army. All right, come over here. Why am I not able... I'm not able to pillage this. It is owned by him. Is it because it's also claimed by the monster den? It has an improvement. All right, what if we go over here? All right, am I special? No, don't go exploring. Am I special? Well, did I forget how to pillage? I thought there was a button over here I was going to be seeing. All right, well, we got our cookbooks in. We're kind of happy bugs. We're also kind of poor bugs. I think we need an arcane institute, though. We're so behind on tech, like way behind. All right, let's breed for war. What's it look like? Do we get some muscles? Show off our ant 6-pack. Transformed units become stronger. Gain 10 extra hit points and 10% morale resistance to morale loss and 10% for every adjacent unit. It's all right. Maybe 10% flat. Yeah, it's never going to get changed while they're lobbying it. That's literally why it's as convoluted as it is. So, yeah, dream on, everybody. Dream on. Okay. I still don't understand why I'm not able to pillage this. This is owned by him. It's in his territory. He has a upgrade. Okay, there's what I'm expecting. Requires an army. Am I not an army enough for you? Are we an army-let? I literally don't know. I literally don't know why this isn't gonna go. I'm in the province with an army, allegedly. Okay. If anyone has a clue to why that's not working, I'd be curious. I'm not a huge pillager, but I've done it before. When we played Grimgore, we did a lot of pillaging. I can't pillage when we're at war? What is it even good for? Another ruler comes to threaten your empire. Just stay out of my way and I'll stay out of yours. That seems like the most friendly greeting we're probably gonna get. Wizard Kings, Small Wild Wardens. Okay, goodbye. Okay, he is not that close. Possible target, though. All right, next turn we should be able to do our siege. Okay, is that really true that I can't pillage while we're at war? That makes absolutely zero sense if that's true. That's not how I remember that mechanic at all. Okay, but... Can I get... And the answer is going to be no. I can't get in range. Are we okay? I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Nice to eat you? I hope so. Look, we're eating out today, guys. Literally the ant cannon's firing. Okay, the run-in is gonna suck because they definitely outrange us, but if we can close, it'll be our battle. Okay, the hounds are released. He can already reach me. Oh, that's great. Not reach him. All right, we're gonna build up here first. I don't dare just run into all that range. You come here. I don't think I'm gonna do the heal yet. All right, let's see how many regrets I have. Okay, distracted me. That's really far away. Okay, it's fine. I wish I had some AoE. Can't really punish that. That was nothing. You call that a shot? Hit me! That's still nothing. Okay. Do I heal? And I think the answer is no. I think we go eat. So, let's do a little tiny heal just for these guys, but mainly let's just get the morale. If we get an early lucky crit, I mean, that could really send them into a spiral. Okay, and over here... Go to here. Bonk. You go over here. Also bonk. Okay, half-life. Alright, you are gonna have to hold up the horde. All I can say is I'm sorry. Okay, you have a charge attack, so there's no reason to let you charge. Ditto with you, so... Godspeed, little buddy. You go ahead and just defend up there. Alright, you port to here. I always like the siege music. Alright, I can't get better shots than here anyway, so we'll just take the shots. Also, we do get momentum when we teleport. Just FYI. Again, that goes back to, I think it's three hexes is what matters. Okay, you... Go here. Finish him. Yes. All right. Over here, this is a little iffy. Do I run up there and then next turn we can drop our spider? They love shooting spiders. I probably don't want to get in range of everybody, but I also would like to do something. All right, we can hit the dog. Next turn, we'll drop our spider. We only get 3 turns with it out, so hence why I don't want to pop it way in the back. Okay, kind of crappy there, but that's okay. That was a good first turn. We got a kill. We're at full life. We have 2 people at high morale. We're all right. Is the teleportation movement a bug or a feature? It's a feature. Our archers are magical sand genies that teleport or whatever. That's on purpose for sure. There should be a pillage button. Well, we found one, but it wouldn't let me do it. I just don't know why. Okay, that dog still got away. That's a little annoying. Okay, you are not really what I want to be fighting, but, you know, like, you don't always get to choose your enemy. Okay, you did okay. You did okay. I wish there was something over there that had died that you could eat. All right, you, without moving, can almost one-shot the dogs. That was not one-shotting the dogs. You lied to me. Okay, kill him with that. That frees these 2 guys up. If I go over here, we can put an AoE heal out. So you're good to go. No, that was incorrect. I should have moved here and then not attacked. All right, you move to there. That was an interesting path to take. You, instead of the spider, we're gonna heal. This only hits friendlies. Nobody else needs healing. Go. Okay, that was pretty good. We got some debuffs taken care of, etc., etc. Okay, this is unfortunate. I wanted him to come this way, but I guess it's okay. I'll just climb up here and look threatening. Look. Okay, don't look that direction. I didn't want you to do that anyways. Okay, he has no retaliation. They might have a sanctuary. Okay, thank you. That's an explanation I can buy. Don't was in the border? It was, for sure. It said they owned it. Okay, do we need to cast anything else? I think the answer is no. All right, are they going to be smart enough to be able to focus fire me is the question. That's not a lovely spell to see go up. Not lovely at all. Okay, luckily they're all running around, so they're not getting very good attacks. That's something. Yeah, eat that burning before you run away. I like it. They were smart enough to focus fire, but they weren't smart enough to do it well. Or just literally everyone's repositioning. Okay, they really hate that guy. Wow. They found out he was the one that was peeing in the Cheerios. All right, but unfortunately for them, that's not gonna save them. So let's go to here. Let's give him the big heals. He says big heals and then heals for 24. You know, it's all relative, right? It's all relative. Okay, you're probably gonna go there. You are going there. It's just who are we gonna attack? Okay, we could get 3 people in. I think we're just gonna go for the surround here and just make it so they really struggle. Okay, everybody is based, so they'll have to take an attack of opportunity or etc. Hit you because you're pretty likely to try to do that. You're already burning and you're not. Let's hit the one that's not burning. How about a little fire, Scarecrow? There you go. All right, we still have not got our spider out. Is that going to be the theme of this entire run? We just literally cannot get our spider out. All right, run to there. I think it's better that we get rid of the little guys to start morale problems. All right, and you just run. Okay, we'll do the little guys, see if we can get a kill. We did kill one. Okay, that was a great turn, if I do say so myself. Now, they may be able to focus fire, but I don't think so. They don't have a lot of wiggle room here. Anywhere they want to go gets attacks of opportunity, at least. Need a developed improvement. Well, it definitely had a building. I don't know which type it was there. I'll double check it if it still exists after this fight. Just notice you can combine the last two DLCs and make a nomad vampire. Yep, you sure could. You could do like a underground start vampire that's nomadic. Early game vampires kind of suffer on the surface because you really don't like fighting in the light. And then the nomad, I think, is really good underground because the caves aren't very good. They're too small, but you could just over harvest one cave and then move to the next. You know, that could be kind of interesting. You can also play some sort of like dwarves digging too deep. Take the society trait where you can uncover extra resources when you dig, and then you could over harvest those before you move on. That sounds like an amazing build. I kind of want to play that. I kind of want to play that now. Okay, let's port. We'll go to here. I love this game. My favorite thing about this game is making new races to play. I absolutely love that. It's so much fun. Okay, you didn't get the kill because you're not very smart. You just hit. Just hit. You will get it though, because you're cool. Yeah. That explosion is way too big. That's gotta be a bug, right? It's not supposed to be that ginormous. Okay, bonk. Okay, now you have no retaliations. All right, I'm doing it. Even if it's not necessarily the best move here. I'm putting the stupid spider out. We are not finishing this combat without the spider. All right, we're gonna move the spider to here. And then we're gonna web those guys. And resisted frozen, because of course they did. All right, if I don't... Okay, if you move here and attack, does that allow me to slip through there with my chargers? No. Boo. Okay, we'll go here and bonk him. I don't know, this game telling me we only have like a 40% chance to win. Don't doubt me. That's all I gotta say. What kind of race is this that we're about to eat the Halfling Imperial? Are you talking what am I playing or what are they playing? I love Age of Wonders 4, but 2. But once you hit the end game, it becomes multiple. Yeah, I was saying that earlier. I tried that. That is my biggest complaint. I do not enjoy the 18-on-18 battles. Almost always in our campaigns, I just auto it, which feels terrible because I like the combat. I like legitimately enjoy this combat, especially the lower tier stuff. But by the end of the game, when it's going to be like a 2-hour slog for that final battle. Just, oh. I wish there was a setting where like you could turn off reinforcements. So you'd have to do multiple like 6v6s. That wouldn't be quite so painful, at least for me. I don't know. Other people probably feel very strongly and differently about that, but that's how I feel about it. Okay, that's fine. Go get beat on that guy. Total War battles? I mean, that's just never gonna happen. It's not that kind of game. I don't know. Total War is Total War. Every game doesn't have to do the same thing. It'll be interesting to see how the Total War 40K turns out. Creative Assembly is in a bad spot. I don't think they can take another failure. How do we not have a line of sight? How does that work? Excuse you? All right, well, go hit him anyways. Oh, there's a magical invisible building here that I couldn't see. Okay, yep. That is how I don't have line of sight. That makes sense. We're done. About liking the 36v36? I don't think you can get as high as 36 versus 36, can you? Isn't it 18 on 18? At least that's usually where I top out, I guess. Eric says he thinks the 40k Total War will be a failure. It'll be interesting. I don't think that Total War has ever really gotten ranged combat very well. Like, I'm thinking about like Empire, etc., etc. It was okay for what that was, but like 40k is like trench warfare and heavy cover and vehicles, all things that Total War does not do particularly well. 18 versus, okay, yeah, we're on the same page there. Well, and I'm not saying you have to get rid of it, but why not make it a setting? Why don't we just try it? Like, just no reinforcements to battle. Do we want to win? Yes, we do. Okay, that was a good siege. That was a pretty good siege. We didn't lose anybody. Look at this, we got some gold ranking people already. I like it. I like it a lot. He's got slip away. That will make these chargers a lot harder to get rid of. All right, we got 33 gold, 33 food, and 33 mana. You have scavenged equipment from the defeated heroes. We got a Rod of Astral Blessing, as you do. What's that do? Heals for 25 temporary HP and gains static charge. Don't mind if I do. Yoink. By right of combat, that is mine. Claimed. Okay. And now, unfortunately, we do not, because we didn't go with the Ruthless Raiders. We don't have... Where is it? Where's the one where I get the population? Yeah, War Slaves. I really wish we had War Slaves already. When we raise a city, we get +1 pop at one of my cities for every 3 pop that they have. But we are not even remotely close to that. So we're not going to hold out for it. So we are going to raise it. Because we do not want non-mobile cities. I don't think that would transform. And they're icky looking. They don't even have an exoskeleton. They're weak. For reference, this was the province I was trying to raise, and it definitely had a farm in it. It was a different look because I own it now, but it definitely had something in it. Just for the record. Okay, you... Yeah, just head back when you can. Okay, building. You're ready for level 2. I think that's a go. And then we are broke and building. Okay, we got the Enchanted Crow Companion. Okay, time for a tome. All right, we got some work to do here. It requires a talent that Creative Assembly just doesn't have anymore. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Part of it was they did it to themselves, like in multiple angles. They kept screwing up their cash cow that literally all you had to do is not break it and keep making new factions and people would buy them. And 2, they took a team that is known for real-time strategy games and like turn-based grand strategy, and you had them develop a looter shooter that nobody wanted. What? What? Is this sabotage? What are you doing? Like, literally, what are you doing? Okay. Tomes. This is kind of an interesting choice here. When we get to tier 2, we're going to take Tome of Shades and Tome of Sands. Let's actually go look at those. So, Shades. Tome of Shades. Is it under this one? Yeah. So Tome of Shades is Materium and Shadow, which will give us 2 Materium and 1 Shadow. And Sands, I believe Sands, I don't remember what its second one is. Is it Nature? I think it's Materium. Sands. Tome of Sands is one of the other new ones. So Materium and Nature. So we'll have 2 Nature and we'll have 3 Nature. No, 2 Nature, 3 Materium, 1 Shadow. Okay, so that's just where we're going to be next time. We need to have 3 of something to get a higher tier tome. At tier 3, we're definitely taking Warlord. Warlord is, I believe, a pure chaos. We already have enough for that. And actually, hold on. Before we do all this, let me call up my friends. Hey, friends. Free City. Friend. Trade. Give me the Litherite scroll, please. So this is going to give us +1 affinity to everything. We are going to spend a good chunk of mana, but I'm doing it. Artifact acquired. Litherite scroll. Crystalline knowledge. Eternal. +1 to all affinities. We have that. That is ours. Okay, so now we have this. So we're going to have 4 Materium. We're going to have 2 Shadow and 3 Nature. Okay, that's just our baseline here. So we have to kind of decide what we're going to take for our tier 1. I actually don't need that. So it's not going to be Astral. Okay, Tome of the Horde. I don't like that it's chaos. We just don't need more chaos at all. But tier 1 and tier 2 units add 2 hex radius, gain 2 strengthened. That's not bad for our little chargers. It's not stellar either. The Houndmaster, he's a good unit. I don't know if I would build any of him. Spawnkin. Increased numbers of units in formation. 20% extra damage for non-heroes. And my heroes get 10% evasion. We're going to take Tomes of Shade. So that will give us some evasion-like stuff. So that does stack in pretty well. Summon a regular. That's a shield unit or a charger. Blaze of the Horde does give me a direct damage spell, which I was kind of feeling the loss of. And it is fire, which we're kind of doing. And Warhounds is a pretty good siege thing. So this is fine. It's good. Comes with a mob camp. Tier 1 units are 20% cheaper. Counts as a forester. I think we already get a unit deployment, so we will get that from something else. It's fine. It's not bad. It's not great. I think we're going to have lots of draft, though. I don't think we necessarily need that. Pyromancy. I mean, it does give us an enchant, which we don't currently have. Apparently, we do some fire stuff, so that could be good. We do have a guaranteed light people on fire. That is kind of nice. For the 10% bonus damage against people are burning, normally the hardest part is to get people on fire. You can quote me on that. So that is kind of nice. We wouldn't use the spirit. We probably won't build any pyromancers. So we would literally be taking this for the enchants, basically. Ritual Pyre allows drafting Infernal Puppies. I don't care about Infernal Puppies. We're probably not going to have very many forests. Although there may be some. That one's okay. I think I like that a little bit more than Horde, just because of the burning synergy that we can do. Bloodrite, I don't think we're doing vampire stuff here. Alchemy. Now, Alchemy does have some interesting stuff here. So, Alchemist Lab, 10 knowledge, and +3 knowledge per adjacent unique province improvement. Okay, that actually is not going to work with our essences, because we're going to eat the provinces. So, yeah, is kind of how I feel about that. Afflictors, I don't think we would build. The tonic is fine. I do like the tonic. Fulmigation isn't a terrible siege project. We could do 20 physical and 16 blight. That's 36 damage before combat starts. Okay, now the material refinery does work. The difference being 5 knowledge per income per magic materia in the city's domain. I'm like 85% sure that when we overharvest special resources, we get the essence, and I'm pretty sure the essence counts as being in our dominion. So this would work, and I like that. I like that quite a bit. The other things here, though, we would basically be taking it for these and kind of this. So that's fine. Discipline, the only thing I would like from this is... Does this give grace? No, it's just temporary hit points. 20% healing in combat does apply to Cannibal. I think we learned that from Grimgore and the 10,000 Screaming Demons. So that is kind of nice. That's just some extra bonus healing. I wouldn't build the monk. The other stuff is kind of whatever. Yeah, that stun's really hard to get off. Rock? Yeah, it's fine. Enchant is nice in Sundering Blades. 90% chance to do Sundered defense. And remember, they reworked how defense works. I don't hate that. As long as we do some defense stripping, that works. Rune Camp. We don't need the draft, but it's not bad. I don't think we get a polearm, so that gives us a polearm. So that's a bonus possibly to the Copper Golem. I do like Awakened Tools quite a bit. Although we're going to get a spell that gives us plus 40 draft. So maybe this is worth a little bit less. Roots. Not feeling it. No, we're not doing that. No. Okay, we might consider Tentacles. So from this, we get a polearm unit, which we don't have. And he's a pretty good one. He has pull, so we can use that to move enemies around. I don't hate that. That's interesting. Constriction focus, 30% chance to inflict constrict, and that's on our support units. I don't know about that. We have no battle mage. We're not gonna ever have more than one of these support units, so that's kind of out. Retaliatory growth is kind of nice. That gives you unlimited retaliation. I do like that. And then the Tendril Labyrinth gives us gold and city stability. And when we're besieged, we get 3 tentacles adjacent to enemy units. We probably are going to get sieged at some point because we're going to move our cities up against the enemy. We're going to be really aggressive. So that could be useful. Maybe. That also gives us 2 astral affinity, which will get us up the astral tree, which is pretty powerful. We're not doing necromancy on this build, and then we're back around. Okay, well, do we have any opinions? I'm still kind of open on this one. So Tome of the Horde, I think that's all right. I would mainly be taking that for Spawnkin, in all honesty. 20% damage is nothing to snuff at. The evasion does stack with other things in our build, but that's it. That's like it. The pyromancy, I didn't want to go this way. That's true. Bugs also Spawnkin. That does make sense. The pyromancy, I wasn't going to go this route, but the guaranteed burning is interesting. Doing just an extra 10% damage against things, and we were having no trouble lighting things on fire. I don't hate that. It also does the increased effects for things that do single shot, so that would be our charger guys. What tier 2 tomes do we want? We are taking Shade and Sands. So what Sands is going to do for us is we have a really big AoE that does blind that you're immune to if you have desert adaptation. We're going to stack the blind in with our... you get an ability there that you can ignore 50% of defense to things that are blinded. And then we're going to have scorpions that also have 50% defense on ignore. So we should be able to do true damage, I think, with our scorpions. Fire, but we could be fire ants, Shinosuke. Man, okay, that actually upped this a little in my opinion. So I think we're either going to do horde or we're going to do pyromancy. I think either of those could work. Horde and pyro synergize well. Yeah. I haven't been super impressed with Warband yet, at least not for these guys. Just throwing that out there. I feel like we're not going to get a lot of unit enchants. Maybe we should just take this opportunity to get some damage. This is way more damage than just 20% from that is. And maybe we're big, strong ants. We're not spawnling ants. I don't think we can get super growth or whatever it's called, but that could be kind of cool too if we could find some extra nature somewhere. We're going to struggle to get above 3 though, and we don't have a spare tier 2. Eric says he would go with Pyro. I'm leaning more towards Pyro. I don't know if we're going to get the Pyromancers. We're not really going to do a lot of Battle Mage stuff because we don't have one. But even just getting this and having some direct damage. What are the enemy factions like? We only have met one, so we don't really know. I think you guys have sold me on Pyromancy. If we can get a Pyro up, the extra mana would be nice too. We're going to want to do a lot of terraforming to sand. Yeah, there's some Dark Hobbits that we just killed. I think we killed the minor faction of them though. So I don't think that necessarily means there's somebody else. All right, we're going to go Pyromancy. I didn't want to do this like I said, but it just makes too much sense. I didn't know we were guaranteed to have burning on our little chargy guys. Yeah, I have yet to see that sea of sand though. I don't know. I'm questioning. I don't believe. I'm in.
Fire is sacred. It is the beginning and the end. It is passion and destruction. It is life and death. Harness the essence of the flame. Watch it bring your enemies to smoldering ruin. Behold the beauty in the ashes. As the inferno burns the land, so does it give soil vitality, bringing life from destruction wherever it spreads.
One thing I will say, I'm a little disappointed that this faction has inbuilt burning because that skews us hard towards fire. I wish it was more like the Architects, where the damage bonus that you got was based on your highest affinity. Now we would still be fire in this case, but I feel like in the future I'm always going to run up against that, and it's always going to feel bad. Okay, Pyromancer, Searing Blades, or Ignite. We're definitely taking Searing Blades first. Definitely. Okay, so we are already at 7 Chaos, 2 Nature, 2 Materium, an Order, an Arcane, and a Shadow. We are raising our first enemy city. I love it. We did get our second city down. We do need to get our third one. Not yet though. Not yet. So we're not behind on that yet. We're building. And we're building. And speaking of building, that is going to have to be the end here. We went almost an extra bonus hour tonight just because I wanted to play so badly. We will be back on this. This is going to be the main stream until we finish this run. So definitely Wednesday, definitely Friday, maybe Sunday. I don't know how long it's going to take us. Usually we finish that in about that amount of time. One of the reasons I like Age of Wonders is the time frame that we can get through them. So I'm quite enjoying this. As always, I haven't had any bugs or anything, so that's always good to see. At least nothing overly blatant. I'm still a little questioning what was going on here, but I will buy that they might have had an improvement that stopped me from being able to pillage. I wish it would tell me that here, though. I might do a little bit of research on that. Yeah, and he definitely did have a upgrade here that was pillageable. So I don't know what was up with that. Your continent is wedged in the corner. I mean, it could be, but I've seen both sides so far. So who knows? Maybe this is the. No, that's definitely not sea out there either. I don't know. hover over the sanctuary. I don't think the wildlife one does. Unlocks protection of various animals, counts as a forester, provides draft and food. No, the only thing I can think of is this one was covered by the den, but this one was not. So this one should have been pillageable. So I'm not sure what's up with that. It's not the end of the world, but I would like to know what the mechanic is because we do need to pillage. So our next target is almost certainly, where are you? This guy. So this is almost certainly our next one. We will oh, we're done. Look at that. We've already over harvested. So you have to pay 500 mana if you want to repair it. And that should mean, how do we see? Here we are, node, essence. 2 essence of production, giving me 20 production, and 1 essence of gold, giving me 10 gold. So just permanent, unless they destroy my city, I just permanently get that. So now we pick up with this button, and we move our city somewhere else. So we will just move right over here, and we'll eat the city, and then we'll harvest all his stuff, and then we'll move on. So that'll be the plan. Hopefully we don't get eaten by the giant tier 5 pyre moth. That'd be pretty bad. Okay, like I mentioned, that is going to have to be the end though. So if you enjoyed the stream, don't forget to leave a like on it. That helps me a ton. Maybe YouTube will show it to some more people and we can have some more friends in here when we are streaming. If you're not subscribed, I hope I've earned your subscription. I'd love to have you back here live, or maybe check out some of my various videos. I play all kinds of different strategy, tactics, cultivation, gotchas. I play a whole bunch of things. Almost always something for almost anybody there. Beyond that, if you want to support the channel, check out the channel memberships here on YouTube. That gets you early access to videos I'm working on. Right now, that's Shadow Empire and Song of Six, although I'm a little behind on Song of Six. I'll have 2 episodes up tomorrow. If you want to just leave a tip, there's also a Patreon linked in the channel info. You can always join me live for a super chat, or nothing, because I already covered the other part out of order. All right, builders, hopefully you enjoyed the ants picnic here. I definitely did. I look forward to continuing on Wednesday. That's it. Babble out. Assuming I can push all the buttons.